Check. We live.
Here, indeed.
Indeed.
Sensational.
Gotta add the sauce to it.
Oh God, sensational. I don't got the D voice. I tried though.
I respect it. I expect the effort. A for effort, brother. A for effort.
Oh God, I appreciate it.
I got the board back, so I can.
Sensational.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to send me a list of what I need. I gotta upgrade the equipment for real.
I got you. I'll be sending highlight some stuff too. It's just money.
God, I gotta replace my damn computer. The streak went and then it got blocked and it's gone. I'm like, damn. Am I gonna build a PC or am I gonna go with what I usually go with and just get a laptop? I hate it here.
Yeah, we live in this piece.
What's happening?
Let me. Hopefully, Highlight has a better camera this week. Like, hopefully, his camera ain't on some bullshit right now. So,
at least he got his. I got to do this shit mobile. Cause the one I'm looking at, I'm like, do I want to drop 17? It's an Asus, but it's the it's not a gaming laptop, but it's close. It's got all the stuff in it. Like, my whole thing is I need at least the i7 at the very least. Need i7. And then that's why I want to just get a PC. It'd just be so much easier. I had to dual monitors.
Oh yeah, because that's my setup. My in-house setup right now is dual monitors, and literally I just got the Stream Deck so I can have better applications for my stuff. What's up? Click clack, clicking and clack clack. Highlight. What up? What you brother?
Yo.
Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Cool. Cool. You good? You Gucci?
Oh, let me.
I'm Gucci. A little blunt, but I'm Gucci.
You need a blunt? I got you. I got a whole
Nah,
plethora.
not that blunt.
He said I got the stashery on deck.
like, just let me know. I know where you live.
Oh, why you gotta zoom in like a villain? He said, I know where you live.
But you are a little choppy though, D.
Let me see what's going on with that, brother. Hold on. Let's see what's
I'm
going
about to say
on.
you might have to switch to your PC laptop. Camera. If that one's still giving you trouble.
Oh, the camera's choppy.
Yeah, you're good audio wise. It's just the camera that's choppy. It's a muck.
Ever since I got this Google Fiber, I can't ever go back.
Salutations, Tristan from the Bay.
Appreciate you, a fellow pedestrian. What's happening?
Man.
And it also could be that one's still kind of choppy too, so it could be your browser. You might have to.
Man, I can't do nothing about the browser right now, homie.
But as long as I can hear you, cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, browser. That's gonna take a minute before I can do anything about that one. But
nah, we ain't gotta worry about that. We ain't worried about that. But nah, yeah, it's all good.
Let me see if I can brighten that down a little bit. If I got to use this camera. Yeah, it probably is the browser. Let's see. Hot dog,
dig it. Oh wait, sorry. Wrong show.
What it do?
I've been with my nieces all weekend, so I've been with the family all weekend. So it's like I literally been talking in gibberish.
Man, listen, you good, my brother.
Gibberish and
flyer mile.
Gibberish and alcohol.
Gibberish,
for real.
alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
But speaking of alcohol, I do have my libation on deck. So whatever I say, I've already apologized on Twitter. Whatever I say or don't say will not be used against me in the court of GRESH, which is me. So, and if you get offended,
judgment-free zone.
Yeah, if you get offended by anything that I say, that's your fault, not mine.
Take responsibility. Don't get offended by what he's saying. Grow up.
Speaking of things we want to say, you already know. Should we talk about the beef that overtook the weekend before the show or on the show? Because we can start off with the talking about the beef, since that's what everybody been talking about on the weekend.
Man, I know I already know my mention's about to be crazy because ain't nobody gonna like what I gotta say.
So should I just go ahead and push the button? Because I feel like that's the first thing we're gonna talk about before we even talk about wrestling.
Push the button, Gresh. Push the button.
Go ahead.
Push the button.
Okay. Push the button.
So let's go ahead and kill this background music. That's it, son. And ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH UNLEASHED!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 69, nice, of this podcast. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me as always is my main man, my right-hand man, my partner in them, Mr. Highlight Reel. And joining us is the Grammy Award winning Mr. Music Man himself, Marty, representing the Susio Boys. What's up with y'all, family? I'm back in town from weekend of doing nonsense with the familia. Shout out to you, bros and sister.
Airport shouty.
What's up with y'all, man? What y'all been up to? What's up with y'all? What y'all been up to, man? You know. Let's start with you, Highlight. What you been up to this weekend, man? You know, how you feeling? How you feeling, my boy?
Shoot, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had to go out to Macon. That's right. I remember that now. Yeah. Did a little gig out in Macon this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, who would have thought I actually was able to come out to Trick Williams' theme, man, and I made it. The energy is legit, bro.
Hey, man.
It's legit.
That probably does some good.
I had to twist the chant though. I couldn't do that trick. Get based off the setting, so I had to switch it up a little bit. But it worked, and the energy was still there.
Can we ask how did you do it? How did you do it?
Was it Praise? His name or something?
Nah, I just can't. I just literally had him do Jesus Christ.
He do it?
But I did it in the cadence, and it fit.
He do it. Won't he do it?
I could have did that. I could have did it. No, but I ain't want to. I had to make it simple. You know what I'm saying? I just kept it at Jesus Christ. I was like, we'll just.
Oh, so you broke it up like Jesus Christ.
And bro, and they ate it up, bro.
I like it.
They ate it up, bro. They ate that.
Praise him. Did you switch the ad libs up?
Yeah, I actually played off the ad libs. I did the Booker T and everything with that jump, bro. I came out there just let it go. You know what I'm saying? I stood on the chair. Got them all pumped up, bro. I channeled that inner Trick Williams, boy. That thing was crazy. I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? And that was before we got into the actual set. So that was like, we had to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homeboy that the young man that got blessed with a new pair of Nikes by your boy, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I had
you giving out free shit?
Doing the Lord's work.
It wasn't intended. It was put on my heart, man. I went to a shoe store, got some new kicks, and they happened to do a buy one get one free sale. Go figure. Shout out to LVRG, shout out to my people in Atlanta if you know about LVRG. They had a buy one get one free sale. Got these little Air Force Ones that was 50 years of hip hop edition. apparently.
Ooh.
I ain't even really big on the Air Forces like that, despite the fact. Shout out to Nelly. Look, I don't know, bro. They just it's weird for me rocking Air Forces, man. I mean, I know they fresh, I know they good. You know what I'm saying? It just I don't know. Maybe it's my feet style, but it just don't. You know.
What color were they?
They are like so they're white, but they're like with a solid smoke gray on the check, and then like towards the bottom. Like they're really pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And they got 50 years of hip hop on the tongue part of it, and a little microphone chain is on the shoe lace.
Clean, what?
Yeah, they fire, man.
Fresh as hell.
I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna break them out. I don't know, but we're gonna see what's up. But so the other pair, what happened was because of the sale, y'all know how like whenever shoe stores do sales, like they like, hey, you know, everybody, you know, you may not find your size. So I couldn't find my size in any of the other shoes I wanted. So it was like, dang. So I was debating between, they were like these Morehouse themed Nikes based off Morehouse College. So it had like they were like mid-top sneakers. They had the Morehouse logo on the back heel, and then they were like in the Morehouse colors. So it was like that burgundy with the white. You know what I'm saying? It was fresh. But like I was like, man, look, shout out to you, Tristan, you know. and look, they had a bunch of Air Forces. I was gonna try to get some other ones, but the other Air Forces just wasn't in my size, man. So it was like, well, you know, and then it was just like, you know, the Jordan 1s, I got too many Jordan 1s right now. So I was like, I can't get any more Jordan 1s. Not right now. Not right now. I was like, I got too many of those. But, bruh, like, it was cool, man. I just was like, you know what? Let me get these. They was like these real cool, I forget what style Nike, but they were like these real nice Nikes. They were dope. They had like a nice little burgundy white and some other kind of color to them. And I was just like, I don't know what else to do with these, so I'm just going to give them away at my next show. And hey. So I ended up Lord's
work.
You feel me?
Okay, I got worried, but I remembered you was going to be at church because I was like, I know this nigga did not get some Black Forces, and then you know what I mean. I mean, we're all imperfect people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what, Marty? I'm gonna send you that video. I don't know if you, Gresh. I don't know if you saw it. I meant to send it to you. I sent it to my homeboy Mike Jeezy. You could tell they did it at AR Fox School because it was like a comedian, and he was like white Air Forces versus Black Air Forces in terms of like,
Desi Banks.
Yeah. That joke was hilarious.
Honestly,
boy.
if it was in Atlanta, it probably was because I feel like everybody goes to AR school.
No, yeah, I could tell. I recognize his school anywhere I see it, man. When I see that building, I'm like, oh, that's definitely AR Fox School. And I was like, because he cool like that. He'll let anybody mess around, come up there and do that. If we want to do a skit or something up there, we could do it easy. We just pop up like, hey. We just want to, you know, kind of create a little content, maybe take a bump or two or something real quick. You know what I'm saying?
See, bump.
I haven't been to the A in a minute, so
I need to train. I need to train for that. I need to prep for a bump. And speaking of Black Air Force energy and bumps, might as well go ahead and chop it up with the fam, talking about what we all been talking about this weekend. And before we do that, let me go ahead and
that's it's real, baby.
Open up the libation. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's the thing that's been taken over the weekend, and that's this shit right here.
Dun dun.
Drake versus Kendrick.
No,
this is usually a wrestling podcast, but
this wrestling though, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a subject for it. You know, shout out to HBK. You feel me?
HB Shizzle, you know, HB Shizzle. Let's do it. But we were mainly a wrestling podcast, but we love to talk our music because you got a writer in the building, you got an artist in the building, and you got somebody who is an engineer who make some of your favorite people sound real good on shows.
Come on,
so we know what we talking about. That's the reason why that's the reason why this panel exists.
Come on,
we
now.
all know what we talking about.
Yes, sir.
There's no fandom, no one-sidedness going on. We talking our
pure objectivity.
He got me doing the Gresh nod he was doing when AJ was talking. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I couldn't help it. I was like, oh yeah. He's talking my language right now. That's what I'm talking about.
So, Drake versus Kendrick. What do you want to talk about?
Yo, all right, go first. Go ahead.
You know what's hilarious is we're doing this conversation and I'm rocking a whole J. Cole and 21 Savage shirt from that tour. They was on,
20.
You know, and it's hilarious because my boy J. Cole decided to exit the stage left because he was the smartest one in the room. You know what's funny, my brother? I'm glad you brought that up because that's the brother that gets disrespected.
Where is Ja in this situation?
Well, here's the thing, right? The original Drake, Drake here, who set the path for this Drake.
All right? It's about to be a debate. I already see it. As soon as I heard that, all right, I already knew.
Hey, man, he was doing it first, bro. He was doing the songs for the ladies first. You know what I'm saying? Everybody crucified him for doing it back in there. Oh, that ain't hip hop. That ain't hip hop. You ain't hip hop. Oh, well, then when Drake come along, that's hip hop too? When? Where? Hey, his was 10 times worse than Drake's, though, y'all. Sorry, his was 10 times worse than Drake's.
So that I'm not gonna lie to you. To keep up with everything, I heard pretty much everything from like that. But apparently, if you go according to Twitter Police, this beef been going back further.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. About 10 years.
I keep my head down and the grind. I don't listen to everybody's music, and you can call me a fake hip hop fan, but the only reason why is because I'm in the room with the people who you're a fan of. But
talk to him.
But it's like, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to go subjective, both these brothers brought some heat.
Finally, somebody say it.
They both of them brought some heat. Like it was. I'm not gonna lie.
They really did.
The reason why I say that is because their beef doesn't affect my everyday life, unless I'm in the unless they book me for the studio. Then I'm be like, hey, I gave bread. But as I guess you could say as a fan, because you're both fans of both, respectively, or
yeah.
Are you?
I mean,
you're more of a Kendrick.
No, believe it or not, because I didn't even like Kendrick at first. It took a long time for me to actually get into Kendrick because when he first started blowing up, I really wasn't into him like that. If anything, I got into J. Cole first before any of them, and then I guess you could say I got into Drake by default because I watched Degrassi, so I saw him transition into music.
Oh, Wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, Wheelchair Jimmy. Yeah, I saw him from the Replacement Girl days. So it was like watching.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we go. Okay.
Watching his ascension.
I respect your opinion.
I was like, all right,
he said you're a longtime fan, so now
I respect your opinion. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I ain't one of them recenters. No, like I've been to anybody. If I say anything about Drake, I got right to say it because I watched this man grow from his Replacement girl.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I remember him rapping them Looney Tune bars on Degrassi.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. I watched that evolution.
I remember season 1. Season 1. Let's go all the way back. Let's go
whatever it takes. Quit playing. Can we get a Gresh praise dance mix with that song?
Yes, I do. I know I can make it through.
Oh my Lord, bro. Hey, we're not gonna go there. Why y'all do this, man, like that? Oh my God, bro! What the freak?
Hey, shout out Jesus name. Oh God,
for real though. Toronto status. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Hey, so it's I'm like you, man. Kendrick out of the three, I guess if we talking about the big three, Kendrick was the one I caught on like later, where I really started appreciating him more and was like, and I think it was because somebody was trying to force him down my throat a little bit, like, oh, why you don't like it? And I'm just like, I don't feel him like that. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually I kind of started appreciating his music. I wouldn't still say I'm like deep into it. Like I can't sit there and say I can quote his stuff word for word or tell you all his projects left and right like that, you know, from like track 1 on down. But it's like, I still got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hey, let's get into it, man.
What about you, Marty? Like, what's your opinion on everything?
Well, as far as my appreciation for all the artists themselves, I'm trying to think it was what was Cole's first ones? It was the Come Up. It wasn't Come Up. I'm trying to remember. Like I got exposed to Cole in college. This was like 2010. 2010, around there. I got exposed to him. I got familiar with Kendrick more so. I think it was the Compton album that Dre did. I think it was it was that album. That was where I think I like first him and Anderson .Paak were like the two I was able to kind of discover around that time. I used to live in Canada. I lived in Canada for 2 years when I was young, but this was like way before Drake. But I remember going to visit family and I saw Drake perform at this. It was like this little block party festival thing. This was like what, 05, 06. I remember he was there. Melanie Fiona is an amazing artist. If y'all not familiar with her, she's amazing. And then Cardinal Official, I think is the dude's name. Cardinal Official. And they was like performing there, and then he was just a Degrassi guy, and then avid Degrassi fan. And when you say Replacement Girl, I go as far back as Comeback Season, and this like Backpack Drake. So when everybody's talking about, you can't rap, it's just like, no, the shit you hear.
Arbery.
Like Comeback Season, like the original where he's got like Elzai, Little Brother all over it, like Ninth Wonder. Gave this nigga beats like when he was trying to run the streets with Joe Budden. So like I go that far back with him. I also got to meet him again when they shot the Motto video in the Bay. When was that? Like 2014? When did Take Care come out? Was that Take Care?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, like 2012. Yeah, they shot the video in the Bay. And my mentor, shout out DJ Amen, he brought me to the video shoot with him.
November 15, 2011, to be exact.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, because I was still in college. Yeah, so that was, that'd have been 2011, and I got to chop it up with him for like 5 minutes. I didn't get to know the niggas super crazy. Like it was like a 5-minute conversation, but I respected it because at least I had like some sort of an interaction to kind of get an idea. Because that was back in the day when he would rap, but like wouldn't look at the crowd. He was like still like.
No, he was still trying to take those nerves off very much.
Yeah, like, I think by then he had kind of figured it out. But it's like, and then with Kendrick, like Section 80 was like the first time I like was like, okay, I'm paying attention. Good Kid, Mad City, I loved. Ironically, Damn, didn't care for it as much. But I'm one of the weird ones that love To Pimp a Butterfly.
I'm about to say, out of Damn, I enjoyed Humble. That was pretty much.
That's hilarious, bro. Because
that's the one song I hate.
Tired of that song. Like
I hate that song.
I rocked with it because I know what you mean, Gresh. Like when that joint hit, I was like, "Oh, all right."
I think the reason why I rock with it is because I didn't listen to it as much.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to it maybe like a month, did a couple of dance routines to it, and then moved on.
Oh, okay. Like so a lot of people, got to escape it.
Yeah, I escaped it. Like I didn't like hear, and I don't listen to the radio like that. So I already know I wasn't going to hear it as much as everybody listened to. Like if you're going to commute to work, you're going to hear it. If you're coming home, you're going to hear it because radio networks have the tendency of playing the same song 2 to 3 times over and over again. Like that Drake song, Baby. I checked out because I'm like, motherfucker, shut up. so yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Humble was my shit for a while.
Yeah, I feel it. But what was it? No, you said, wait, what else was it? You had to have one more than Humble. There wasn't like one more now?
It's been a minute. It was one more than Humble. Hold on, let me check. Damn, Kendrick. I'm finna pull up the album because it's like it's been a minute since I actually sat down. Oh,
yeah, Loyalty.
Yeah. Loyalty. That was pretty much like it came out around the time where I was really heavy on being humble. Like real, it was like 2017. So that was literally my transition. Like I think it was like less than a couple months after I lost my grandmother, and then it was like I was kind of like in that zone of like pretty much building to the person that I am now. So a lot of songs like resonate with me, and Loyalty, it was like a lot of family members, relatives was just betraying me left and right. So I was just like, bro, I'm big on loyalty. So when I heard that, I was like, the only thing I heard about it was just like that. I kept playing that hook over and over and over again. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. That was the only thing I kept playing. So loyalty, humble because of the dancing, but loyalty because of personal shit. So those my only two. I would literally, honestly, on some real shit, I probably, even when I get out of here, I probably listen to it, like listen to the whole album just to refresh my memory.
Shout out to our boy DJ from OTS, man, because DJ actually put me on something about Damn that I never paid attention to, but it's actually a double album because of the stuff in reverse. So if you listen to that album forward and then reverse it and listen to it in reverse, it's a whole different album. Yeah,
I feel like that could be a good thing for a lot of albums where you listen to it in reverse. I forgot what artist released an album like that. It could have been Usher. It could have been somebody.
Which album?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure. Like I feel like because it's been a minute.
Oh no, I'm just saying in general because like my whole issue is like, and especially in the profession, like album sequencing is a hard thing to do. Period. Like across the board, like it's a hard bird to catch. But when there's like no type of fluidity, you don't have to be linear with it, but there's no fluidity at all because I don't expect every artist to be a storyteller, but like if like all the slow or like B-side jams is at the end because we're in playlist culture, you gotta spring, you know what I mean? You gotta season it up to where it keeps the interest all the way through. Because nowadays that's why albums is 12 tracks because people got, you get 40 minutes of music because people got the attention spans of infants. So like if to listen to one backwards, I mean, if you remember it, I'll go back and listen.
Yeah, I never really tried to do what he was saying about that, but when he pointed that out, because DJ the type of person, he likes to truly listen to a full album. He doesn't do playlists, so he'll listen to like an album in full because he's old school minded like that, which, I don't blame him because that was a golden era, listening to an album to really understand the project. So like I guess when he was hearing the reversal parts, he probably got curious and he just played it in reverse. And he mentioned it was like a whole different album when you play it in reverse. And I'm like, wow.
Only DJ would do that.
Yeah, he would. But that's hey.
Love you, brother, but you the only nigga that do that.
We need listeners like that though. Us artists, like, look, me and Marty, we know like when we do stuff, we putting our creativity into it. For the fans that truly want to digest it, and I love when somebody dissects my songs and be like, man, did you mean this when you did that? And I'm like, no, but that's a good interpretation because it could go for that meaning. Actually, yeah, that is not what I meant, but I like it.
I'm glad you brought up interpretation because I'm gonna have a closing statement in regards to all this when we're done. But
yes, sir.
When it comes to everything that released that recently, because it went from. Matter of fact, I'm finna pull up the Wikipedia.
I got you on the timeline, brother. Say less. I got you.
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. I'm finna pull up the Wikipedia.
We're just starting from like that. Well, actually, no, even before like that. First person shooter. Shooter, Drake, J. Cole, right? That's what initiated and woke up this beast to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
But did you heard about that, right? Apparently Kendrick was asked to be on the song. As well, and did not want to.
And then apparently it was because now I don't know how true that part of it is, but supposedly it's because when J. Cole mentioned that line about the big three and feeling like Muhammad Ali, he took that as a way of basically saying that he was better than the other two, and he looking like well, hold up, as Kendrick beautifully put, like, nigga, I'm selfish. I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? I love both of y'all, but respectfully, I'm number one, and I'm selfish with it. Like, I ain't finna, let you say you Muhammad Ali on a track featuring me. Like, I listened to a lot of dissectors talk about, like Cole and Kendrick and I guess you could even say Drake, because like Drake and Kendrick have been throwing shots indirectly, subliminally for the past 10 years through different songs. But J. Cole and Kendrick have always kind of, you could say maybe throwing shots, but more so they've always kind of like avoided each other. But in a sense of like, if Kendrick knows that J. Cole is going to be on a song, because I think Young Jeezy was the last person to actually get both of them on a song. And the thing was, Young Jeezy didn't tell neither one of them that they were going to be on the song. And so J. Cole rapped his butt off, but Kendrick kind of took a melodic route. And they were like, if Kendrick would have known, trust me, he would have like truly rapped. So it's like, yeah, it's that competition when it comes to lyricism is a trip.
My question is, where the hell did all this come from?
Honestly,
like,
just
who fired the first shot? Is it like did it just start off as like a little friendly jab? Like, because by the end of this shit got personal to the point where people getting shot. So that's where we at now.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're gonna be honest, I'll tell you how this like really started. If I mean anybody, if y'all disagree, let me know. Put me in chat. I still want to say this all started from that Kendrick Control verse back on Big Sean's track when Kendrick just called out every rapper, including J. Cole and Drake. Like, look, I love all y'all, but I'm coming for all y'all because this is a competition and I want to be number one. So I'm here to attack all y'all. He was trying to bring hip hop back to its true competitive nature. And so, and I want to say that was like 2013 when because poor Big Sean. Yeah, I think it was like, it was, yeah, poor Big Sean.
Yeah, Control came out in 2013.
2013, yeah. So poor Big Sean, who supposedly is the fourth of this big three, but nobody.
I mean, at the time.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not know he was part of the big three. I thought it was somebody else.
He kind of was because they all came out from that same rap class.
Because I kind of don't listen to Sean at all.
I don't blame you, brother. I barely. I mean, I've heard some of his stuff. He's got some songs I've liked, but
I've seen him as a feature.
Oh, you got to go back to like the Finally Famous stuff.
I trust
like
you.
I
trust you, Marty.
The earlier stuff on it. Because that's a lot of people. It's a revisionist history. Because I don't expect everybody to go back or to understand or to really be tapped in at shit like that.
Brother, that's why I say you got to send me some stuff because I'm not gonna know where to start.
I got you.
Brother, man,
not you, bro.
Trust.
Oh no, I know Highlight got it. I already know what's up. I'm saying if you need some earlier stuff, because at the time Sean was like Wale was up there, Sean was up there. You know what I'm saying? It was still early enough. Yeah, because I mean at the time the only person who was hedging up at that time, or at least in terms of being pushed up at that time, Drake. Cole was getting there. When Kendrick dropped his shit, then he was looked at. But I'm saying I'd probably say 2011 into like 2013, field was more open. It wasn't definitive. I wouldn't even say it got definitive until like what 2015,
15, 16. Yeah, because Kendrick went on that crazy run where he just was like dominating everything, and it was just like, and Drake was still dominating as well, but it was kind of like.
He hasn't really stopped.
You could tell Kendrick was basically like starting to surpass even Drake. And it was like, uh-oh. So that kind of, I agree, Tristan. Those are some great pop. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. That's right. Because they were on that track together. You sure right. But that Control verse really set it off.
What was that one song that they did? Do you remember real quick? It was on the DJ. It was on DJ Khaled's, like one of his first ones. Because I remember it had Cole, Kendrick, I think Crit was on there.
Oh, you might be talking about because I know they did one. They said Trey the Truth had them all on a song too.
Oh, Gresh, can you look it up? Yeah, I think it's called We Ready or something. It's a DJ Khaled. It was on like one of his little. It was before all that We the Best shit. Like before it, like he started going with his regular starting five.
Was it They Ready?
They Ready, yeah.
Featuring Drake Cole, Big Crit, Kendrick, and
classic.
Yeah, J. Cole, Big Crit, and Kendrick.
Yeah, man,
that was 11 years ago.
We're gonna put some respect on Crit's name too. We'll have that conversation.
Heck yeah. Oh, come on,
bro. Oh yeah.
What?
He's still out there. He still got respect. People just don't. People just don't. They
to the sundown, baby.
They just try to. They just try to pick and choose who they want to respect.
King remembered in time. Y'all better act like y'all quit playing. Yeah, it's that type of music knowledge.
So basically, y'all telling me this beef is decades.
Yeah, no, it's decades for real. Because honestly, this is like the last real, Because
I
as you know,
I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't start really digesting music, like really sitting into it until I started going to school for it, and I was like 2014, 2015. Okay. So it's like I didn't really start digesting. Like I was always around it. Like I've been in this business in some way, shape, or form since I was 7 years old. But I started really digesting when I started studying and actually paying attention. I'm like, oh, so it's like I catch certain things. Like during this entire exchanging of songs that dropped literally back to back, I literally digested everything different. Like I would say stuff like oh snap, and people was like, oh, Kendrick is this, Drake is this, and I'm like, I could tell y'all are fans. I'm just enjoying the music.
and then meanwhile, you got my boy. Like, it's funny because it's like even as they kind of say, "Oh, Kendrick this, Drake this," you got people like our boy DJ, who was like the advocate J. Cole.
He is the advocate J. Cole.
The advocate president of the J. Cole.
That's my boy Jamar.
If J. Cole stopped having fans, he has one fan, and that'd be DJ. And if he has no more fans after everybody's off this earth, DJ is dead.
He even makes a complete defense for why Cole decided to, pull that number that everybody crucified him for. It's about how you gonna make a diss track and then just disappear and be like, oh, I didn't.
The way
it ain't everybody's cup of tea. I mean, I don't necessarily blame it, but I mean, DJ, you'll love this. DJ, you will love this. And I'll say it, I don't care. At me all you fucking want. If we just talking, because everybody wants to talk. Everybody cares about lyrics now. Everybody cares about essential hip hop and all that other shit, right?
Let's get this man the highlight. Let's get this man the highlight.
Oh
yeah, give him the highlight. Come on now.
Okay. So yeah, let me say this just in general. If we really keeping it a buck, if we just talking about straight lyricism, period, Cole above all, and he's not even my main favorite of the three. But if we really keeping it a fucking buck about that, and then it's also because everybody, all you niggas care about, oh, it's not real hip hop. It's not. It's gonna look like I'm defending Drake. And in a way, I am. You niggas care about, you care about lyrics. It's not. Drake isn't real hip hop. He's everything that's wrong with it. Okay, avid hip hop listener, show the receipts. Let me see. Like, go ahead, throw the screenshots up. Let me see, because at the end of the year, all y'all love to throw up your most listened to on your Spotify and your Apple. Okay, my nigga, let me see. Let me see some Fonte. I want to see some Black Thought. Let me see some Elzai. Like, I want to see that that the majority of the shit you listen to is all lyricists. Since you want to push that narrative so hard when it's Drake. Oh, it isn't this, or not understanding the fact that hip hop is like, it's not even. It funds like a significant chunk of the economy, other countries' economies. Like, it's just bigger than that. I mean, a lot of us want it to still be about the breakdancing and two turntables and a microphone and all that and all that, right? Mm-hmm. And all that other shit. But my thing is like, okay, since you care about it so much, show the fucking receipts. You criticizing one thing. If let me check what you got in y'all playlist. What do y'all have in there since y'all care about it so much? Lyrical Miracle. When was the last time you listened to Damn or To Pimp a Butterfly? Oh, it's a classic. It's a classic. Okay, how often do you listen to this classic? Because I go back and listen to the albums that I listen to. I have playlists. I write for shit that be in the playlist, but I go back and I listen to albums. I ingest them in full. I still go back to these people's catalogs, and I'm not saying I'm the only person that does it. Nor do I think that I'm like this super, like I'm putting myself on a high horse. But I'm noticing all you niggas on yours because of all y'all criticisms when it comes to that. And I'm only speaking about, Drake he thinks he's the best rapper. I'm just like, okay, hip hop is expanded. It is. There's so many subgenres. They rapping in different countries. They do it like hip hop is bigger than what it originally started. But you niggas only care about the core of it when it's to tear something down that you don't like. And a lot of you niggas don't even know why you don't fucking like something. Oh, your problems. Okay. I wasn't gonna do it, but go ahead. I'm gonna do it. I would do it. This is my problem. And if you don't feel like this applies to you, don't take offense to it.
If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
It applies to you. And the people that it applies to, I'm talking directly to you, nigga. Woman, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Woman, however you identify, Android, A, B, C, D. I respect everybody by all means. I'm just saying, however you identify, because I don't want anybody to feel left out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Since y'all all care about this, I don't understand why. Okay, we'll get around to that later. Like, people are getting shot now A lot of you people on here talking all that shit, you just riding the fucking wave because it's easy to pile on Drake. You niggas don't. A lot of you niggas don't even ride with Kendrick like that. You just hate Drake and have no idea why. Because I'm sorry, you know this nigga in real life. Whatever him and Kendrick is getting personal and it's getting crazy, right? But the thing is as a spectator and as a fan, I just appreciate the music. It's gotten less fun lately because now they're crossing lines. Like we've all tweeted at some point, these niggas got to fight. I mean, whenever it gets,
I literally said someone's gonna get shot at the end of this.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is everybody on these timelines and all this other shit, like people posting crazy fucking shit. Let me just tell you on the industry back end, be careful about what you posting because if you making allegations and there's no cases and you saying all this other shit, these labels have people that look at this and your shit will be flagged. You'll lose your accounts. You can get sued for libel, slander. Be very fucking careful with this when you saying all that other shit about a stranger that you don't know. My whole thing is when we're paying attention to lyrics, right? It was okay. Everything that this nigga Kendrick said, I've said a lot of shit about people I don't fuck with. Does that necessarily mean that it's true? No, I just don't fuck with them like that. So I'm just gonna talk my shit, legit or not. I'm human. We've all fucking done it. But this nigga Kendrick could have said that Drake was a Hufflepuff wizard at Hogwarts that failed out of school and then whatever, and then all you niggas get on the internet, oh, this nigga Drake failed out of Hogwarts, like because somebody says it, because all rappers keep it real and everything that they say is the truth, and they're living these lives, and it's not perception or image or anything like that. It's not pro wrestling, not at all, right? So my thing was when Drake dropped the Heart Part 6, right?
Come on.
Oh well, they're like, well, why didn't he address that? And it's like, tell me you didn't listen to it without telling me you didn't listen to it, but tell me you didn't listen to it. That whole thing was like, oh, his flow and his delivery, nigga. This is past rapping. Like these niggas want to fight. This is personal. This is Brett and Sean. This is personal. And he literally laid out, okay. And I don't know if the shit is true or not because it's rappers, but I'm just using it as an example.
Rappers lie. It happens.
Yeah. I know, trust me. So it literally gets to the point. It literally gets to the point where he's like, "Okay, we fed you this information on this, blah blah blah, and all this other shit. Well, why didn't he address that?" Here's the thing: if you address shit, you're damned if you don't. Because if you address shit, then you look guilty. If you don't address shit, you look guilty. Especially if everybody's already decided that they don't like you and you're a complete fucking stranger. You niggas get on these hills where it's just like, it's one thing to like even crack jokes. With Drake, it's low hanging fruit. Of course they're gonna go ahead and crack the joke, but some of you niggas is on this. Y'all just mounted up on your fucking horse, cowboy hat, spurs, all that, to find your hill to die on, saying personal shit. Nigga, do you get a check from TDE? If Kendrick was walking down the street, do you think if you could get past the security that after he took his picture with you, that he would sit up and chop it up with you? Why are y'all niggas getting so crazy about this shit and getting so fucking personal? Well, I don't like Drake because this and that. Or I like his music, but I don't like Drake because you know Drake. Because you know Kendrick. All of you niggas just sound like some bunch of zealot fucking fanatics. And I'm speaking to somebody who knows artists or anybody that knows artists. Like these are regular ass people. Whatever these niggas got going on, just be entertained in the music. Because we've all noticed the slope. Like where the bops was fun and they was going back and forth with each other, and then it was like, you know what I mean? They were sparring, and then it gets to the point to where these niggas start getting extra personal, and it's like, ooh, this kind of ain't fun. Like niggas might get shot for this, or it's gonna be the people that was already waiting to start some bullshit and to do some bullshit just needed a wave to ride on to do all this crazy shit. Because a lot of the fact that you niggas is talking to anybody watching right now, go on your timeline. You would go on your timeline right now. Look at this path for the past 2, 3, 4 days, and look at the amount of people speaking about Drake as if you know this nigga personally. You don't know Kendrick personally either. There's a lot of this attacks on this man's character. There's been hella allegations about this. Translation: I heard some rumors about some other shit. Blah blah blah. Accusations. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas that we know has done some shit. The feds have raided their house. You know what I'm saying? There's some people there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't ever dance to Step in the Name of Love. If like a lot of happy people, a lot of our wedding songs is just gone now.
The entire opening credit was Space Jam.
I'm just saying, and I do recall somebody saying if he took his music down, you would have to take mine down because freedom of speech. But that's his prerogative. That was something that Kendrick said. But regardless, because regardless, everybody's doing all these jabs and going to sit up and talk about this stuff. It's like, okay, if Drake says something about Kendrick, and I'm not to say that it's right. My thing is you niggas pick and choose when you want to believe some shit. Because if Drake can literally tell you in a whole song that, oh no, we did this, I expected this, you did this, oh, we're going to ignore that because this nigga's corny and blah, blah, blah. This nigga's corny, he's not hip hop, Drake is whack. I'm sorry. When the females come over, you playing Drake. Look in your playlist right now. You know lyrics to Drake songs. You had no problem when he was flaming up Meek Mill and any of that other stuff. Y'all niggas pick and choose. Fickle. It's all like Drake suffer. It's the fact that it's the simple fact that I'm trying to think. Let me word this without insulting anybody.
I mean, you muted yourself, brother.
Oh no, sorry. I was like, let me word this properly. Okay. All of you listen to Drake, even though you don't like him and y'all hate his character and you hate what he represents, even though hip hop is one of those things that it's expanded. Once you get to a point, we see nobody complained when Hove did it. Nobody complained if Kendrick did it. When you make songs and you make crossover songs with other people and doing other things, because that's revenue, because y'all don't understand how this music shit works and how people get paid or how people don't get paid. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand how splits work. Y'all don't understand, like,
tell me you haven't been
masterwork.
Tell me you haven't been to music business classes without telling me you haven't been to music business classes.
That's what I'm saying.
This is explained to me. This was explained to me when I graduated. Before I had to pass this class and graduate. There's this well-respected, pretty much head honcho. I call him Capriccio. You probably heard that name in passing. He's out here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I had to pass this man's class, and he was no slouch. So I know this shit. So
yeah, and we don't expect every regular person to know it. But my whole thing is like when I hear stupid shit, and maybe that's just being on the opposite end of it and understanding how it works. Well, why didn't he do a diss? Why did it take forever? Right? Like that. Okay. See, look at you giving me the layup. I appreciate it. Okay, so when niggas is saying like when Kendrick first like snapped back, right? Well, why didn't Drake? This nigga was on tour with J. Cole. Why didn't you just get in the studio and go and do all that? Because okay, you have appearances, you have free time, you have like you're going from place to place. Yeah, so you can just hop in the fucking booth and just respond like that. People were saying that. People were saying that.
Why do you think touring works?
They don't.
They don't have access to a studio in their tour bus. They're trying to get some sleep in between shows.
And appearances and other business ventures and whatever it is that you got going on. It's a machine. You know why niggas go on tour? So they can get paid. Because that's where a lot of the money actually comes from. Because album sales, do you know how much a stream pays? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. No stupid people. You don't understand how like streaming, it's great, but at the same time, it's completely shifted the fucking business. You got to tour to go and do shit. You got to be able to hope. You got to hope that your label works with apps, like works with a Spotify, works with a fucking with a TikTok and the other things, because niggas ain't getting fucking paid. They're not understanding it. Oh well, he could just go ahead and fucking respond. Why didn't he respond? He didn't want no smoke. Blah blah blah. Y'all have already made up your mind that you don't care.
That brother had to get some sleep.
Exactly. But my thing is okay, he gives the response. You guys want motherfuckers to respond so quick, and then you get the response. It's like when you're having a debate or you're talking to somebody, you're already thinking of your response before you've even heard their full argument or their full point of view. You're not listening to it to argue. You're listening to it to talk shit because it pads your argument, because you guys all have this affinity for a hatred of fucking Drake. I'd kind of equivalent it to like a Tom Brady or a LeBron or like a Floyd Mayweather, where the world just, when you get to a point of greatness and you're able to kind of expand it out, because Drake has a global fucking fan base, because he's big in Japan and everywhere else, that okay, if I do an album, I can't just do all rippity rap shit. I can't. I got to be able to cover here, the UK. I got to be able to cover the dance clubs. I got to be able to cover this, because it's a fucking business. There's kind of a point to why he's been where he's been, and not to say that It's not like I wouldn't want all like an all rap album but that's what the Lucy's are. That's what the little projects is for. Like we do get that, but you guys pick and choose when you want to go ahead and like that shit. The same way you pick and choose to love Kendrick and devout Kendrick fans. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that are hopping on your wave, making y'all look bad because the only song that they would know is Humble or Loyalty or any of the singles from Good Kid, Mad City because they don't listen to it. They
That's
just
the reason
have
why
to hate
doing
Drake.
this beef, I was quiet because I'm not a hardcore Kendrick fan.
I just hate the hypocrisy in general because it was just like do as I say, not as I do in a way that okay, well, Kendrick can say whatever. I watched the whole timeline run with it. It getting to the point where niggas was pushing colorism. Like, oh, you can't say nigga, you can't do that. Like that shit is just fucking crazy. You talking about people's children?
You
Well, he's
can't
hiding
say
the kid.
nigga no more.
I'm just saying, look at it this way, wrestling fans here, right? Hey, wrestling fans, your favorite wrestler, all your favorite wrestlers, or even people that you like. Do you know what all their families look like? Do you know what all their kids look like? Do you even know if some of them have kids or who they're in relationships with? Is that your right to know? Was it our right to know that this nigga had a kid?
No.
No, not really. The nigga just made music. As long as you were still active and making music, my thing is mind my fucking business. Like, oh, well, he's got an 11-year-old. My thing is if we found out about Adonis, we would have found out about the other one. This is just examples of stupid shit that I see on here because the people that get on here and you're pushing colorism, you're calling people that, mani pedis. I don't want to get you demonetized. So, you know what I'm saying? You're calling people that and all that other shit. And I'm like,
this channel ain't monetized. You're fine.
Okay, we're calling people pedophiles and you're saying all this other shit and you're hopping on this fucking wave. But it was like, okay, if we believe in everything on wax, when somebody gives the rebuttal that you want, that you want just to shit on and not hear. So you don't know if the bars was good or not. Oh, he's just making a dance song. Drake's making a single. He's not battle rapping. I have to listen to this nigga Kendrick on a mustard beat, which that's the one I just can't stand. I'm from California. Can't stand can't stand it.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit been in my head all day. So
but is it true they saying that LA really rocking with it right now? They saying that LA bumping that hard right now.
Yeah. At least the folks that I've spoken to, I haven't been to LA in like what a month now, or close to a month now. But I'm out there a lot for work, and it wouldn't shock me.
So basically, if I'm going based off this timeline, people really started really jumping on the Kendrick train when Drake released that tailor-made freestyle.
Oh yeah.
If Kendrick said anything, and it's just the simple fact that it involves Drake. Like literally, go and look. If you go back and look, Drake saying anything,
if it was
they have an automatic problem with.
Honestly, if it was anybody other than Drake, no one would have given a shit.
Exactly, but there's this hatred for Drake because he doesn't represent hip hop. I'm like, a lot of your favorite artists will cross over in a fucking heartbeat. That's why Kendrick has done songs with Taylor Swift. That's why Cole has worked with who he's worked with because the check's clear. It helps towards you. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, y'all mad that somebody cross over to like country and all this stuff. Who do you think created country? Niggas.
And rock. And jazz and most music, period, for the most part. Yeah. But they're not ready to have that conversation.
You're stereotyping us to be strictly hip hop is asinine.
Well,
but that's the only time they care. That's the only time they care.
I'm gonna take that point that he said, and this is why I want to say shout out to Vince Staples and the fact that he was just basically making it known, like, hey, bro, like at the end of the day, I don't really think we should be glorifying this beef that much because of the fact that it's really overshadowing black music in general right now, and the fact that we just making some really dope music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, it's a lot of artists. It's a lot of artists that just drop, and we're not talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we
taking away from some work I've done.
Yeah, it's like making a fool of our culture.
I'm running them streams up. Like
facts, big facts. But you know what I'm saying? Like we can't. You know, Vince Staples put some real stuff on there. With just, you know, at the end of the day, it's like we can't let our culture just be made fun of like that. You know what I'm saying? Just
because there's people out of the culture hijacking this. Like I heard and seen some conversations where it's like, okay, this should just be about music and the specifics of it. It's getting out. It's getting past us where we can't. where stuff like today was happening, where people who should be spectating are contributing to the conversation like they shouldn't. And that's my issue with it. And a lot of that, it just comes down to the fact that a lot of you niggas, for whatever reason, have this hatred of Drake, even though you listen to him, even though you've been a fan to it, even though if you've seen this nigga in person, you would ask for a fucking picture and want to get a snap or want to shout out and do whatever. So out of all that fickle shit, right? This hatred is this nigga can't say nigga now. You know, never cared. You didn't care when he was getting the cosign from Wayne and everybody else, and this nigga brought Kendrick on his first tour. Like, y'all did not care. Y'all did not care. Now all of a sudden it's an issue because these niggas got an issue. It's like crack a joke. That's completely fine, and be entertained by the beef and the fact that we're getting music. And wherever they take it is where they're taking it. It's kind of starting to not be fun anymore, but the fact that you niggas is getting on this hill, y'all niggas is worse.
To wrap up this topic, can I just say it stopped being fun during Euphoria? When he said "Dear Adonis," and I'm like,
oh, well, that was me. Well, did he say that in there?
Was that Euphoria?
No, that was Euphoria.
Meet the Grams. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. My bad.
Euphoria is when I kind of started tuning out, but yeah.
You good? Yeah.
I'm drunk. Meet the Grams. That's when Euphoria. It stopped getting. It was like, oh, this is getting serious. But then when it got to Meet the Grams, I was like, oh.
To be fair though, we can keep that same energy and Slick say that about Family Matters, despite the fact that
Family Matters. No, that's what I mean. Like, I'm basically
saying
it was
constructed better.
Any song from Euphoria on down, it stopped getting. It's like,
agreed, 1,000%.
Oh shit,
1,000%. Drake just figured out how to dress it up, though.
I'm gonna get these jokes off because I'm an entertainer, but oh shit, we're going there.
Yeah,
and then when I heard Meet the Grams, because I was literally in Florida, I just got off a plane to hang with my brothers. And I heard Meet the Grams, and I'm like, oh, Dear Adonis,
talk to. And when he brought up his mom, I was like, yo,
you talking to Sandra, and I'm like, you ain't talking about.
Oh, you talking to Dennis? Oh no,
you talking no. Oh, a secret child.
and then you saw the internet run wild with it, right? And then it gets addressed because everybody needs to respond, because if you don't respond, you lose. It gets addressed, and then we automatically don't care.
And that poor girl who probably ain't even his daughter, who's not his daughter, getting her information just thrown all on social media. I'm like,
yeah,
what are y'all doing?
Pulling up to people's houses, y'all doing a whole bunch of stupid shit because for whatever reason, y'all want to ride the wave so much that you're getting that's my only beef with it. You getting as personal as Drake and Kendrick are with each other. That's these niggas beef. We just watching the match. Are you gonna jump the guardrail and get in and trying to get in the ring too? Because you niggas is acting like y'all all in the same faction, like this NWO and this For Life, and you need to jump in there. Calm the fuck down. You all sound and look stupid. You have no reason to hate Drake this much or whatever, because my thing is just stand on it. It's okay to not be a fan of his music, but respect the accomplishment and what it does for the fucking culture and the fact that he's been able to have this level of longevity for a period of time. There's a reason why it's a big three. And then why everybody acknowledges it. You want to shit on it, but at the same time, it's just like, nah. You like I said, you pushing colorism, you talking about people personal lives, people that you don't know, as if, niggas do that all the time on Twitter in general with strangers. But the hills that people are getting on in the criticisms, or it's like, okay, somebody drops something, oh, it's mid. Why is it mid? What part of it didn't you like? Or what was it? Or Drake's ghostwriter's been running this. I'm just like, okay. Like nigga, like I don't know, for people that have actually been in the studio and seen like how stuff works and in general, how people contribute to things. This person got the melody. This person says maybe flip this line or do whatever. None of these niggas is sitting in a fucking closet by themselves writing this shit out. They probably feeling it, but there's a structuring and there's a whole system. I don't expect everybody to fucking know that. My whole thing is have your preference, but don't have your preference. But there's a difference between having a preference and taking a side. You take a side when you have like investment in this, when it affects you, your bottom line, your family, your livelihood, your physical being. That's when you take a side. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is my bro right here. Oh, this is you tried to catch him slipping. Y'all did something. Okay, I'm paid. This is my side. Like, okay, now it's personal. because I have a reason to. I don't like the way that this stranger portrays himself or doesn't do hip hop the way that I feel that they should do hip hop. Or I don't like how successful he is. I don't like this, that, and the fucking third. Okay, go ahead and dislike it. Do you need to get personal about it as if the nigga took your girl? Like that's what I'm saying. All y'all niggas sound stupid. Like you make this not fun. The music already started to kind of take a turn for like it went left real quick. You niggas just took the steering wheel, just broke the shit off, and now the car is just like y'all crash dummies.
Euphoria was the warning shot. Family Matters was the response. Meet the Grand was the bullet that made it not fun.
You hear that, Metro Boomin?
Oh, and that BBL, like, hey, he listened to Drake. He told him to shut his whole ass up.
BBL and makes him, I still have not heard that song.
It's not even. It's just like a loop. But my whole thing.
It's just a beat.
It's just a beat.
Yeah, artists all over are just hopping on it from every.
Hopping on the wave because OVO slided them.
Because apparently,
y'all got to send it to me.
Josh, apparently, if I write you something, you can win $10,000 if the verse hits. Matter of fact, me and Marty can just write you something. All you got to do is just spit it, and you get $10,000 in a free beat. That's apparently what I heard. Apparently,
hey, shout out to Metro for shutting his whole ass up and making some drums because he did it. He did what apparently he was supposed to do. I have no problem with Metro. I just thought that was funny.
Let me go ahead.
If you're not gonna rap, move. If you're not gonna rap, move, nigga. Shut up.
$10,000.
That's all I'm saying with it. Y'all need to calm the fuck down. It's not that serious. Y'all don't know this man to be saying some of the bullshit that you're saying because it just hypes people. It'll hype the wrong person up. And what happened today happens.
Boy.
Hey man, that's our pretty much our summary on that. Oh, that was pretty much that. But I ain't gonna lie. Not like us. Certain parts of it can be used in the industry. And it's not towards Drake.
100%.
That's what I told. That's
the real reason I like that song. I let my girl hear it, and I was just like, Kendrick.
If you take away the times he name dropped Drake, and just play that beat,
remove the allegations, and then
especially the Atlanta verse.
Mm-hmm. You know there's so many jokers who be coming from other places that come to Atlanta and just want that quick payday. Mm-hmm. They're not colleagues, they're colonizers. That's
100%.
And there's a lot of people who covers hip hop that are definitely colonizers that got kind of mad.
100%.
Rosenberg.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Vlad or Adam 22.
That
Cuck 22.
Coke 22, Coke 45. That motherfucker. Like it's like I do agree with you. That beat is what literally saved.
Mustard. When I heard Mustard on that beat, I'm like, oh, this about to.
Well, Mustard needed help. Mustard needed he needed an assist because you ain't heard a Mustard beat in a minute. And not to say that he don't got heat. It's just once people's attention spans zoom to somewhere else or the next producer, what it is, they're not checking. They weren't checking for Mustard the same way that they was checking for him 10 years ago. Man, I mean, it switches off. So I'm just like, okay, if I can get in on this, by all means, because then niggas care about the coast and want to go and do all that. It's just like it ain't East versus West. How are we beefing with Canada? Like that's just and shout out from California.
Shout out to Graham. He was like, bro, that ain't us. That's Canada on Canada. He said they ain't got shit to do with it. What the hell are you talking about?
It's just fucking ridiculous, and it comes down to it. It's just you niggas is doing way too fucking much. It's corny as shit.
I told my
don't
sister,
have to hate Drake like that.
I told my sister, I said Juneteenth, I'm gonna literally chop down "They Not Like Us" part, put it on a boombox, and just walk around with it. They not like us. They not. That's the only part I'm putting. I ain't gonna continue it after that. I'm not. And then it's like, what is it? I'm gonna take that part, and then it's like, He a fan. They not like us. Like I'm gonna loop it. I'm gonna loop
Do
that
it.
part, just
Do
that
it.
part, and just walk around.
I'll write you. Me and Highlight will write you some verses for it right now. But I got a question, a serious music question, just in terms of general, right? You guys you're fans of music. You consider yourself like you're a fan of hip hop. You're a fan, like, okay. So my whole thing is no matter what your side is, and who, like, whatever your side is, because y'all niggas don't have sides. You can have whatever your preference is, because unless you know these niggas in real life or have been personally slighted by either, we're just spectators watching shit, pretending to pick a side because we want to follow the crowd. Doesn't matter which rapper you're trying to defend. It, like, just, it's kind of the way it's like knowing our place. It's the same way why people don't want to respect Drake because he doesn't just do hip hop. It's like, that's like telling the nigga to shut up and dribble. It's like, or saying that you sound white because you're articulate, because articulation is mutually exclusive to white people.
What they did to Ricochet. They said, "Shut up and wrestle."
Oh my God. Okay, that nigga. Okay, we could get into that in a little bit. But my whole thing was, okay, when you heard this, regardless of your preference, you listened to every song as it came out whenever you could catch it, all the way through. Sometimes even more than once. There's been a few of them where on both ends where I've played certain songs 2-3 times or whatever, even though I don't always think that hip hop should turn into an investigational journalism. I don't think I should listen to it 5, 6, 7 times to catch the bar, to catch this because this, and then do that, and then be trying to make feel stupid for it because I didn't catch the intricacies of it because this bar means this. It's like trying to watch Dynamite, and because I didn't watch Being the Elite, I'm not going to understand this like insider joke because I didn't do the research and I'm a fake fan, or I'm stupid because I didn't know that. It's the same shit that they've been doing with the Kendrick shit. But if y'all niggas love hip hop so much, right? If y'all, not YouTube, I'm saying in general, if you love hip hop as much as you claim, or you love music as much as you claim, you're going to objectively listen to each one, no matter what preference you have. You're going to listen to each one and be able to objectively say, hey, he got that nigga. Or on this one, like, no, he got him. Because when Drake was on this, had his foot on that nigga's neck for damn near 2 weeks, and we wasn't getting nothing. Oh, you did. You got an AI track that y'all went on your hill and died on because y'all was swearing up and down that was real. And then when it wasn't, we swept that under the rug because, fickle. We goalposts. We move it here now.
Yep.
So when it comes to that, my thing is be able, if you care about rapping and hip hop or whatever, this nigga Drake is giving you the raps that you claim that he's not. It's your preference can be your preference, but in the times where he was up, niggas was still saying, no, Kendrick was this. It was like there was no ebb and flow or anything. Niggas just, the moment this nigga drops something, you're gonna give the other side another number, and it don't fucking matter. So don't complain if you get the music or if you don't get the fucking music, because you don't want beef. You don't want you want beef, but you don't want it to be on wax. Y'all just want chaos, to have some more bullshit to fucking argue about, or to get on, or to, you know what I mean? Like it's like false banging. Oh, you niggas are not TD, you niggas are not OVO, you're spectators. Stop set tripping, you're a spectator. You're a consumer, like the rest of us. Just enjoy the shit and have a preference to your side. You can even talk about who you think is winning. But when you niggas start getting personal the way they're getting personal, you sound and you look stupid, and these people that you're trying to glorify would probably look at you like, hey, security, get this nigga the fuck out of here. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I'm not even on their level, and I would do the same thing, because I ain't gonna lie to you. But in short, be more like me. Be more like Highlight, because we literally just consumed the content that was released. It was like, oh, I personally, not personally, but from my consumption and my in something, I felt like Kendrick got a slight edge because of that, the repetitiveness and the catchiness of Not Like Us. But at the same time, I can respect and appreciate Drake holding his own. He did hold his own on some songs, like really held his own. But that's just me. And
one song was 3 songs in one, by the way. I think was it in Family? Like this nigga literally.
It was Family Matters.
Yeah, that was Family Matters. Yeah, he did.
There was 3 songs in one, and he was updated because that last verse was based off of something current. The nigga got in the booth and did the shit that y'all wanted him to do, and the moment that like the tide had turned, oh, this shit is whack, or it was crickets, or oh, this shit is whack. And then when Kendrick drops right after, then it just switches over. I'm just like, you niggas ain't even trying to be objective anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like, as soon as Meet the Grams drop, that objectiveness went out the window. Like I just sat back. I was just like, oh, here's the chaos. And then when Not Like Us, if you literally look at my timeline, I was literally hyping up certain things that was really pretty much catching my vibe. Like, I'm like, they not like us. And then it was like the Shawn Michaels, the Sweet Chin music.
Yeah,
I won't pass the ox. I'm like, bro, that is not leaving my brain.
Yeah, me too, bro. The wrestling references, jabroni ass. I was like, oh, bruh, come on. I'm like, I popped. I was like, hey, we got some wrestling references. Let's freaking go. All right. Bro, I gotta agree with you, man. Before we really just wrap it up, it's just at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, honestly, both sides, hip hop to hip hop, both sides did their thing. And the thing about with what Drake ended up doing with the Heart Part 6 is more so just like, if you really think about it, I'm sure if Marty catches this when he gets back in, it's more like, if you think about it this way, like Drake said, regardless of how y'all want to take it, because some people have been saying, oh, when he sounded kind of like he was covering up a lot of whatever Kendrick said about him and Not Like Us when he did the Heart Part 6, but it's like, what did he say at the end? Hey, man, this was fun. At least I got your fans to get more music out of you, in a short span of time. How often have you seen Kendrick drop? Like people said, he dropped pretty much a whole EP.
Are you talking about Mr. Morale?
No, it's just in general. This amount of music we've gotten so far has been the most consistent. But it's the same thing when Kendrick takes shots, or it's like After Control when we do stuff. It's just like he'll hit you, and then you hear nothing for a long period of time, and then he'll give you something else, and it's just like none of that matters. Like being consistent doesn't matter, but hip hop and lyrics and all this other shit that you say that you hate this man for, he's been consistent for damn near almost 2 decades. Same with Cole, because that was Cole's problem a little bit in the beginning. There was a period where he was kind of inconsistent, and that dude has just been doing features and going on tour, been on a roll. When people are consistent, we don't reward it. When people are successful, we resent it. We tell them they're not black enough. When I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just like, because that was one thing that just bothered me, speaking as a biracial person in general, is just like, okay, people be forgetting that Cole biracial too. That Kendrick wife is a white wife or whatever it is amongst their relationship. She biracial, Drake biracial. It's just like we be picking and choosing. Nobody's saying nothing, and it's just like, okay, I kind of understand why Cole bowed out. I probably would have had that rollout be a little different, but my whole thing is I get why he kind of bowed out, because he probably knows, because he's a friend of both, and up close and personal with both, like has a reason to pick a side and to get on the hill and to do all this grandstanding that you niggas is doing.
It's that situation where you're cool with someone, you're cool with two people who don't fuck with each other.
It's Twitter.
And you're basically just like, you know what, I'm going to leave it out. Because like, kind of like we was in Philly. Like, there's some people who were cool with me and cool with other people, but I wasn't cool with certain people. But they didn't want to, there's like, if there's beef and y'all don't want to squash it, I'm not going to make y'all hang around each other. That's literally this.
That's good peoples. That understand that. So the Cole said, like, look, because he knows whatever the real personal reason is between these two. Like, hey, I'm gonna step back. I'm just kind of chilling. Like, I felt like you tried to play me a little bit, and I defended myself. But I know where you niggas is taking it, where this is going, and it's not just gonna stay where it should. I know if you probably overstep. I'm a fuck both y'all.
He was like, bro, this ain't gonna be about the music by the time this is over, and it ain't about the music no more.
And he said, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the fall off, so that
because he knows these people in real life. He knows them in real life. See difference? He knows them in real life.
So the moral of the story is like, consume it how you want to consume it, and it's like, and that's basically my main point is. It's like hip hop, music, entertainment is subjective. You can consume it. Just like wrestling, you can consume it how you want to consume it. You can be a fan, keyword fan, or you can just not let it consume your life to where you're just going to make this your entire. Stop forming this parasocial relationship with these people who don't know you. I had to learn that. The hard way a few times growing up, even recently as last year. I form parasocial relationships with people who, at the end of the day, be screenshotting the shit that I say and taking it back to my ops.
Mm-hmm.
So, keep the grind and keep your head down and focus. Like that's why I said block out the noise and block out the bullshit and focus. Because after a while, it's like it stopped being fun a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It just started getting to the point where I was like, oh shit, you gonna respond?
It's exhausting.
You gonna respond?
It was. It was easy to get tired of.
Bruh, it was exhausting because this man dropped an album like 30 minutes after Drake did. I mean, a song after 30 minutes after Drake did, and I'm like, bro, it's 2 a.m. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, and
then Kendrick dropped the 2-pack, and then Drake dropped it, and then addressed the stuff that people complain that he didn't address because they don't believe him. But Kendrick says it is true, but Drake says it is not true, and nobody's about to fact check. Exactly. Oh, you know the worst part? The worst part is so much fucking pillow talking. My boy Jamar, shout out Jamar, sent me this video of somebody that's cool with Kendrick. He was on a podcast. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. He was on a podcast saying that I was talking to my OVO niggas and they was telling me this, and I was just trying to tell him, like, I'm paraphrasing, but trying to tell him like, yo, it's burnt. Now do this. Not understanding that, okay, wherever side is feeding whatever information, and there's a mole on probably both ends because these songs is dropping in perpetuity, and like there's so much pillow talking. You can't trust who's around you because you got niggas playing both sides, feeding shit over here, and that's just escalating the beef.
616 in LA was the perfect song to solidify exactly what you just said, because that is where all of this even really started before we even got to meet the Grams. Because it was like, that's when you knew Waters was treading that way. Like, have you ever thought about some of your people really working for me? And it's like, here we go.
And if the bag is big enough, niggas will switch sides and will turn on you. Same with family. Motherfuckers will switch up on you with the quickness if it means being able to play both sides. And you know them type of people. And most of you niggas on Twitter saying all your shit.
Most of them niggas on Twitter
play both sides. Yeah, then you play both sides. Oh, so and so talking shit. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe. Yeah, fuck that nigga. The nigga they was talking about. Hey, they was talking shit about you. I defended you. Blah blah blah. No, you playing both sides, just trying to feed shit because it's feeding your pockets and doing all this other shit, and it might get somebody killed.
I'm glad you said that, brother. The great Fabulous. Shout out to Fabulous. He once said, don't tell people what they saying about me. Tell me why they comfortable telling you. Hey man, Soul Tape, baby. Soul Tape. Yes, sir.
Three my favorite.
Hey, they on streaming platforms as of now.
What?
Yeah, the Soul Tapes are on streaming platforms now. Let's go. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to it on iTunes. Yes, sir.
He digitalized it. He modernized it.
Yes, sir. So now we got No Ceilings. We got all the classic mixtapes.
Can I get Comeback Season on streaming platforms, Drake?
Please.
Man, please.
I'm not a hater. I understand it completely. I don't have this weird parasitic relationship with you.
Mm-hmm. I like music. And I like to troll people online because I like to feed into their idiocy.
We probably need Cushion OJ on there too. I just thought about that. Huh? I don't think that's on streaming platforms.
Cushion OJ isn't on streaming platforms?
I don't think so. Because that was a mixtape, and I don't think that's on. I gotta double check and see, but I don't think Cushion OJ. Yeah.
Or Paper Planes too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mixtape Wiz Khalifa. We need all that stuff on
there. Give me all the Dat Piff. Just move Spotify. Buy Dat Piff if it's still around, or get the rights. Like buy the streaming library or whatever. Just bring all that
the good
shit
over. Get rid of all the whack shit that y'all be having occupying no space. Bring all the good shit over.
You can even keep the DJs yelling on it. You can get the damn son. Where'd you get this? Like I'll deal.
Get rid of all that. I never liked that.
If it means we get it.
But anything else y'all want to get off your chest about this music shit? Or
no, brother, we can move on.
We can move on.
We know y'all want the wrestling. We sorry about that.
We sorry about that. It's like it took us about an hour to get into this shit. Hey,
this is pro wrestling.
This is pro wrestling in a way.
It really is though.
Everything is pro wrestling.
If you really think about it, you know what I'm saying.
But you know who we won't be digesting music like this? Def Rebel, you bitches. Cause y'all shit is ass. Outside of a few selections, your shit is ass.
Can we bring back the CFOs? Because when they was here, niggas was ungrateful.
Mm-hmm. They was complaining about the they was complaining about the loops on CFOs. At least the loops was catchy.
Oh God, hold on. Let me get my libation real quick. You got me inspired.
Jim Johnston, come out of retirement, sir.
At least the loops was entertaining. Undisputed Era, Johnny Gargano, the original Rubber Heart, Tommaso Ciampa, No One Will Survive.
Oh yes. Dang.
Who else has Bianca Belair's music that she's using right now? That's CFO $.
How about here's the throwback. How about Bianca's original theme though? Her original theme.
Oh yeah, they put that in 2K24.
Yeah, I heard. I was like,
so they put the original. That's what I'm saying. It's so many good ones, but they got too many loops. Now you got the Christian Mingle version of hip hop. It's watered down.
Yeah, man.
We're stuck outside of Roman. Now I heard that AJ Styles song, the new one.
Yeah,
it's the same guy from Solo song. It's literally the same guy because he said that. Wow, I'm like, yep, that's him.
It's cool. It's just not as catchy as his first one though, in terms of the hook though. But the when it gets into the rap, it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, we'll talk about that when we get to Backlash with that fan base.
Speaking of Backlash, that crowd. Let's talk about it. Backlash 2024 weekend. I was in Florida celebrating Cinco de Mayo with the fam, so I missed SmackDown. I had to watch it as of literally like 4 hours ago.
Which my boy didn't miss much, but
Nah, I looked at it, I was like, okay.
I told him that though. I was like,
I just did it because I wanted to experience the crowd, and man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, the United States is so boring. I hate that.
We know for sure, especially on Monday. But we'll get.
I am so disappointed in America in many ways than one, but especially when it comes to wrestling. Like, how you let these doggone overseas crowds make y'all look bad? This is what wrestling's supposed to be, bro. This is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to feel that kind of energy when you come out, and then literally the crowd helps me be invested in the match, because when they quiet, y'all making me think that the match is boring. It's taking me out of it.
To the point where I have to make fake crowd noise in my head like I'm the Thunderdome.
Exactly.
I'll be like, yeah, y'all hear that? Randy.
Nigga hearing voices in the head for real.
I'm literally.
You know what? Bro, you know what? Nah, that's my rant right there, because you just said it. You just said it. There's my freaking rant right there.
There you go. Go for it.
Let me talk to the United States of America. I'm gonna do this Bernie Mac style. America, listen, hold up. So tell me this. Please explain to me something. How is it that when a pandemic happened and you were stuck inside, stuck at home, stuck in your own room with your wife, sister, brother, mother, whatever, cousin that you don't even like because you tired of seeing their face every day, and you were stuck inside with them, right? All of a sudden, fans come back. WrestleMania, what was that? WrestleMania, what? 37. What was that? 37, right? You finally get to come back. Oh man, we're back. We get to be outside. You electrified. And then you're stuck back inside again for 2021 mostly, until they finally open the doors up for you to come out. Next thing you know, you outside, America. You back outside. You electrified. Y'all was on a run. Literally, city after city after city, y'all was on fire. But then you got spoiled again, America. You started getting fat again. You got so fat to the fact where now, all of a sudden, here we are in 2024, a few years removed from that pandemic, and you still slaw. You're still sitting there with your bellies all full, sitting on your hands, sitting on your heads, looking like you ain't seen a match before a day in your life. Like, man, we used to this. Nah, fool, get your butt up, make some noise, do some chants, make some doggone energy that we need in this doggone building. Because otherwise, you got Puerto Rico showing out on you. You got France showing out on you. You got freaking Scotland showing out on you. You got freaking soon to be Italy probably showing
Saudi
Arabia. They started to suck at first, and look at them even outshowing you. How you let Saudi Arabia outdo you? America, really? Like Philly, you supposed to be the passionate city. New York, you supposed to be the mecca of the city. Cali, you supposed to be the big city. You know, Atlanta, what's going on? We the music entertainment city. What's up with Chicago? You're supposed to be the heart of the city. All these major cities in America, and y'all sitting here. Literally, I get it. It's a 3-hour show. I get it. Sometimes it's a 2-hour show, whatever. But bruh, come on, man. They're giving you storylines. Wrestling's on fire right now. What are we missing?
This nigga cooking right now.
What are we missing? Why are we letting all these other countries outdo us, bruh? It makes no sense.
We're stuck on what, Chance? It's 2024. And we're still doing what, Chance?
Austin still regrets that to this day.
I'm sure Daniel Bryan regrets the yes chance too at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I could give some insight in okay, just like some small insights because there's a pro and a con. You right, you was cooking just gunshots, just pick a rapper's gun ad lib, just insert it, whoever your preference is, whatever, add that in there because he was in there fucking cooking, shooting shit up, lyrically, because he's a child of God. But regardless, all right, I lived in the UK for 5 years. My pops went to go play basketball overseas, so we were in Manchester. We lived in Manchester for 5, almost 6 years, and I didn't understand. That's not new. This is the 90s. This is not new that European crowds turn the fuck up. That song and that chanting and shit, it's never quiet. It's not like Japanese crowds. It's not quiet. They turn cricket, football, Americans call it soccer. You know what I'm saying? Football, rugby. Whenever the NFL games come to the UK for whatever reason, or what I'm saying, their basketball league, whatever's going on, they turn the fuck up. They got certain songs and certain chants that are exclusive to certain areas. They have certain ones for the countries as a whole when it's like some World Cup type shit. They run it the fuck up because they happy to be there. It's a community. It's an experience. They run that shit up. So we should already know when they get a show because they get live events a week after Mania or sprinkled here and there. And now they got to compete with Saudi Arabia throwing the bag everywhere. So taking all of the potential shows. It's just now moving back out there. You think they're not going to show the fuck out? At some point, we need to get back to that after Mania crowd and turn the fuck up. Or at least show some interest. You niggas get on the internet and complain. This person doesn't get pushed. Why don't they get a shot? They're always getting squashed. They're getting buried. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But when they there, you quiet.
Quiet as a church mouse.
You complained all about Roman, all the fuck that you want. We want Roman, all this other shit. You got 3 years of it, and bitch, you complained most of it. You wanted this story to happen. The story ended. We here now. Let's go back on the episodes. I said this to y'all before. Okay, if it happens, then what? Where's all the new sauce at? Because we getting another variation of the bloodline. The more things change, the more they stay the same. We getting new sauce because y'all getting this shit, and then you just sitting there quiet as a church mouse. Sitting on your hands. Looking fat, America. You know what I'm saying? Stand up.
Stand up, bro. Like, I want to see y'all piped up. Pause if I need to say a pause, but doggone it, I need
if you understand what it means, pipe it up.
For real.
Pipe it up.
I need energy, bro. Like I said in my story, bro. When I saw that Jey Uso entrance, I said, this the energy I need from all my friends. If I don't see that, you are not my friend, bro.
You saw
bro, you saw me in Philly. It was cold as shit. But when Jay came out, I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Oh no, we seen you. He had you on camera.
Yeah. I forgot you filmed me.
We seen you.
Hey, y'all know I got
Gresh was like, what? Oh,
I'm like, slow it down.
He's like, wait, I'm on camera? You recording, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime we at them live events, y'all already know I'm gonna do it.
I was getting annoyed with the people around me because they was all beat. I was like, hey, up, down,
bruh. Speaking of off beat,
They turned it into the swag surf.
Cleveland. Hold on. Cleveland. That's another thing.
Go ahead, Cook. Put your apron on.
This is why SummerSlam don't need to be out there. Did you see how these folks tried to do the doggone Jey Uso bounce? If y'all can't do it at a doggone Cavaliers game, how you expect to do that at SummerSlam? No, get rid of it. No, that is not it at all.
And people had the nerve to ask and say, "Are you going to SummerSlam this year in Cleveland?"
Bruh, I'm talking about that wave was all the way crooked. I'm like, what the freak is this? Some of y'all got lights out, some of y'all don't.
You want me in Cleveland? All out. Call me LeBron James. I'm out.
I'm just saying, as somebody of like Samoan lineage, the amount of disappointment I felt watching that, because I seen that Cavs clip.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just said, the French was, as much shit as people talk about the French, they was hitting them lights, them fireflies was there. They shit was turned the fuck up. They was all the way piped up.
See, and it's like the TV didn't do it justice. Like, shout out to WWE's IG.
Mm-hmm.
They actually posted an actual live feed, and it was louder than the TV.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yo,
cameras was shaking.
Bruh, for real.
They said they got warnings about the noise reaching different levels to where it's like, hey, y'all are loud as shit. It's you're peaking our meters.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Hang 'em High, because he was over there turning up too. We seen his videos.
Bro, shout out to him, man. Shout out to V, man.
That's why I want to see like that's the type of energy where I'm saying like this is why I want to see NXT talents like the Trick Williamses out there. Imagine that chant in France. Imagine that chant in Italy, in Toronto, in freaking Puerto Rico, and all these other doggone overseas cities and countries, giving you real energy, bro.
You can feel a mana.
Come on, man. Bruh, like USA, y'all are so disappointing, bro. They need to, you know what? Every show needs to be overseas from now on till you mofos actually respect what you had.
It's like, and I feel like it's more so because they're so complacent, and so they like to be in the know. And it's like, Nick, let's keep it really a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Like, this is not disrespect. This is not disrespect to the friends that I made in media that covers wrestling. This is mainly to the fans who are like legit fans. Mm-hmm. When you're in the building, it is okay to be a fan, especially if you're past the age of 18.
Be a mark.
You're an adult. You're a mark.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. It's your hobby. You're not getting cool points for sitting on your hands and saying, they did this spot. This spot, that shouldn't have did this spot. You're watching grown adults in spandex tussle. The irony in there is hilarious by itself.
It's General Hospital in the ring.
Mm-hmm. You're watching the CW, which NXT will be on, by the way. You're watching the CW type of content in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Suspend your disbelief. It's fun. The moment you start trying to talk to me about, that spot, or you trying to tell your person or your kid, you should cheer for this, you shouldn't do this. It's like you're taking the fun out of it.
Or twist his DICK with you freaks.
Why the fuck you bring that back up, man?
I don't know. I'm just trying to go along with the ad lib for what you saying, because this is what we deal with.
I mean,
dealing with that.
For sure. Niggas want to be you want to be behind the curtain so bad that when it's in the ring, you don't care. Niggas are so more invested about getting the scoops and the backstage news and whatever. Even though y'all don't just subscribe to none of it, you just wait for it to end up on the timeline, that when the shit's in the ring, you're unappreciative of it.
And then the thing about that too is like they wait for this on the timeline, and it be stuff that has pretty much went through a grapevine of being broken down. So it's not even the full context. You read a headline and then you react. Y'all consume your news to react, not to comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. So even if stuff happens behind, that's why I said I don't even bother with the whole let's talk about news and rumors, guys. It's like unless it's confirmed,
don't care.
because it's like it's childish to me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it like this, but it's beneath me because it's like I'm not getting paid to care.
No, that's 100%. It's the same reason why these niggas care about who gets released. So I'm like, okay, when they was there, you sat on your hands during the matches. You shit
didn't
on
buy
them
their
on the fucking
merch.
timeline. You didn't buy no merch. Well, now you care that a nigga gets released.
Mm-hmm.
You
Especially
want to go see him at the indie show?
And that's exactly what I heard people saying with that same energy. Because when Maven, shout out to him, shout out to Jabba because they were saying the same thing.
Okay.
When Maven had his YouTube channel, still has his YouTube channel. Shout out to him for being successful with it. Had Masay and Mansoor on there, and they talked about exactly stuff like pay and how they get paid now versus how they got paid in his day and all that. It's like when they mention that stuff about like, oh yeah, you know, if after a certain time, you know, if they feel like they don't need you on TV, they're like, oh yeah, you ain't got to be on TV today, you know, just to keep the quota strong and make sure, you know, they ain't gotta pay them what they guarantee them or whatever, right? Like you said, if you ain't supporting
not on
favorite,
TV, you don't get paid.
Yeah, and if you ain't supporting them or advocating for them and being as loud as you can for them, of course they're not gonna put them on TV. Your response gives them more money. If you ain't responding, they ain't money. And if
That's
they
why
ain't money,
that's why I always laugh at the hate that LA Knight, Jey Uso, all these people get because I'm like, it's not correlating on TV.
Thank you, because that was another thing I was gonna really address these fools with. I'm tired of you son of a guns out there, you rock kickers. You know, I'm gonna say that in reverse for y'all to get that later. But the fact is, out here talking about some LA Knight ain't over. Oh, so then why did France make one of the loudest pops I ever heard for the brother the moment he came out on a SmackDown of all things? Wasn't even on the card. If that's why did I guarantee you Toronto gonna pop when they hear him? He was popping. Where else did they go before that? When what was it?
London.
London. Yeah, popped out there. So what are you talking about right
now? They popped in Saudi Arabia.
They popped.
Y'all be saying y'all be contributing. Y'all be actually on your couch saying it.
You know what I'm saying? It's either I don't get LA Knight. What are you supposed to get? There's nothing to get.
I was one of those people who was trolling at SummerSlam. I was like, but once I got out of that building, I was like, bro, they ain't stopping that. There's no stopping that. The only thing, and I hate to say it like this, but the only person who can stop that is LA Knight.
Pretty much.
He not speaking into existence. He has to fuck up for it to stop.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And
that's anything with any wrestler that's over. Yeah. All you have to, the only person that's going to stop you is not Twitter. So that's why I be looking at wrestlers who be trying to go based off of Twitter. I'm like, bro, Twitter is literally a subsection of a subsection of a subsection of the community of wrestling. Ignore them fools and block out the noise and focus on the grind.
Like AJ.
I gotta AJ.
Yes. Francis or Gray?
Francis.
Okay, because I'm about to say I've
no.
both. I be seeing both names on the timeline, so that's why I'm like,
He made sure he's like, no, not that.
Who we talking about? Okay,
happy birthday to him, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday, formerly known as Top Dollar, AJ.
Oh,
Francis.
Happy birthday, fam! All right, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, he's closing it out. He's probably at the club. But yeah, like, and it's like, because I've had conversations with a lot of wrestlers that just be reacting to my stuff, and I'm like, yo, keep doing what you're doing, and I keep it civil, and I'd be like, ignore the noise, block the noise, and just keep doing you. And when they do that, and when you don't see them interacting on the timeline no more, I'm not taking credit for that, by the way. But I'm just saying, if you don't see them interact, they're getting that hint. It's like Twitter doesn't exist in the grand scheme of things. Stay on the grind, keep it focused, keep it locked. Success. It don't matter if you're getting booked in WWE, TNA, AEW, NWA.
Yeah, let's not talk about that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
Never mind. God.
Never mind NWA. MLW. Yeah, we show love to MLW.
Yeah, MLW.
DPW. It doesn't matter. Like, long as you getting some coin and people are talking about you, you're good.
Facts. Big old facts.
Twitter doesn't. That's why I always like.
I just laugh.
I just laugh like if you're not laughing, and I hate to bring it up, but shout out Littlefoot. She got in a fight. We're not gonna talk about that, but I had to tell her too. I'm like, block out the noise, focus,
100%.
focus.
People won't care about it in a day.
Joke. Yeah, people will joke because I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of funny. But people will joke, but you just gotta focus. Focus.
And
The
next thing will happen.
The people who know you and support you will always be there. It's all love. 100%. It's all love. But let's talk a little bit about Backlash. Backlash. What y'all think about? I actually saw it yesterday.
I ended up watching it in delay form since I was obviously making around that time. So by the time I got back,
it was like what it came on like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it came on 1 o'clock. That's right when I was already kind of on the road. So what I ended up doing, since I don't recommend driving and watching things, people, more than likely, what I just did is I was like, I treated it like it was coming on at regular our time. So I got home right around like that 8-9 o'clock time.
I watched it a little bit live, but then I was like, my brother got my full attention, so I'm like, I'll watch that shit later.
I watched it the next morning, like when I woke up.
And it's like, if you take away the crowd, it was a standard match.
Yeah, it was
a standard matches.
The crowd definitely made it what it was, but there were a lot of at the same time though, there were match bangers that were like, okay, I ain't gonna lie, that's you know what I mean? Like they did their thing.
Oh, the triple threat, I enjoyed that one.
Triple threat was cool. The main event was pretty cool.
Definitely. The main event was dope.
I know some people said they didn't like the finish to it per se, but it's like
the burning hammer kicking out at one.
Yeah, everybody's.
I didn't take it personal because I didn't take it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's merch, nigga. That's merch right there. That is merch.
You did. You know what I'm saying?
Write that down. I'm gonna take it because I ain't gonna remember this tomorrow.
I got you. What? You can keep the coin. I just want a free shirt. You good? I got you.
I got you. Because I design stuff in quick, like the Sarcasm Unleashed Daily. I designed that in 60 seconds.
Coming to a merch near you.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. I just designed. I'm a sarcastic, but yeah, it's like I enjoyed that one, and I love the fact that the crowd serenaded AJ to the point where the cameras was shaking.
Yeah,
literally. I think they said I think they said in French they was saying he really is phenomenal.
Yeah, they were saying he really is, and he really is, or something. Somebody had a video with the translation, and I was
okay. And I'm like, yo, this is nice. I love this.
Fire. I'm upset I wasn't there. I'm like the
next international thing. I kind of want to go to London.
Yeah, I'm like,
if we get something in London, okay, look.
Because I slipped.
Let me know. I'm in.
I slipped thinking about Toronto with Money in the Bank, but I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Oh, Toronto, yeah, Canada.
Because that's pretty close. That's closer to us. At least we just, you know what I mean, and we there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll be warm.
I gotta make sure my passport is up to date too.
Yeah,
it is.
I need to renew mine.
Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, the process ain't that tedious, and I can get it expedited too. So,
for sure.
Yeah, that would be lit, man. Being up there for that, Money in the Bank, and knowing candidates, you already know it's gonna slap.
But what you think about this direction of the bloodline?
Who? I'm gonna let my boy Marty take this one first, bro, because I got some opinions too.
So the New Japan mark in me loves every bit of this. And the poly part of me, and I have to preface, like, before I say it, I have to explain when I say that, because some of you niggas is just nasty, and when I say poly, you think it's like polyamorous. Polynesian. The poly in me loves this too, because thank you for this segue too. For the segue in that too, because you saw what I was talking about the other day. What I was talking about the other day with what happened in France.
Yes, sir.
So I've talked to people of the culture, and they're just bringing this up real quick. I didn't know that there were so many aficionados on Samoan culture that could tell me that something ain't a big deal, that something isn't disrespectful. To you, hold on. Let me go ahead and grab this so I can explain this to you niggas. Cause like, okay,
Come on,
okay.
man.
So when I explain to people that the Urafala, it's not a necklace, it's not a prop. This means something. Means something very fucking important. It'd be too much time to explain it. Get your fucking Googles. Use your smartphone, whatever, your computer, whatever. Look this up. But to tell me, because my thing is like Cody respects culture. You know what I'm saying? Especially Black culture. I think if Cody, even though he works with a bunch of Samoans, he should kind of know. But I'm shooting him bail and giving him the benefit of the doubt. If he didn't know, if he understood the significance, that's why you ain't never gonna see them do this on TV, or why you never seen him do it on like that was a picture that a fan took. You didn't see this used in no storyline because this is a big fucking deal. When Roman got it, this is a big fucking deal. You people that seem to think that it's a fucking prop, and I don't know where y'all went to get one of these. That's crazy to me in its own self. But
WWE
culture vote. No, they
wouldn't. You could tell they trying to make money off that. I can tell.
Damn,
that's selling people's culture.
Because I saw a few people, they look white. They look whiter than snow, or rocking a few of them, and I was like,
yeah, they went on the internet.
I noticed that.
Yeah, they went on the internet and did it.
Oh, okay.
That's where they got it.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, my goofy ass looks Samoan half and half sometimes, but I'm fully Black. But it's like I'm like, let me go give me a tribal chief. That's how my thought was. I was like, but then I was like, they must have sold out.
So when I see, and that's the thing, and I understand that you didn't know. So of course you would think that it's a prop. But it's okay. So that flag right there and the other flag right there, to those people of this nation right there, and to American Samoa and Samoa, and even Polynesian culture in general, this means something. This ain't no fucking prop. It's not no fucking necklace. So don't get on the internet and tell me or other people of Polynesian or Samoan descent that you Roman crybabies or this. It's not a big fucking deal. It was just a joke. It was just like, okay, just because you could go on the internet and go and get your hands on something that you don't understand, and to you is a fucking prop and a fucking necklace, and not understanding that to us, it's disrespectful. I don't think Cody went out of his way. Relax, Cody crybabies. I fuck with Cody, but I said I fuck with Cody. But I think if he knew what this meant and the importance of this and the symbolism in this, that it ain't fucking something that he would just throw on. That's why you ain't see no angles on TV with it other than people who are Polynesian. This ain't something. So don't get on the fucking internet.
That's part of the reason why it was used for Roman versus Jay only.
Yes, because and you understand when Paul holds it up in reverence to him, Paul, you know what I'm saying? And if he lets Paul like when your family, but even then Paul's not getting on there, he's not pulling it off or like wearing it on purpose. If they hand it to him and he's doing it, or he wears it real quick, like
he don't even wear it. He wears a version of the lei. That's it.
Yeah, and even then, it's just like the fact is that he's damn near part of that family, because once you're family, you're family. It doesn't always like that. The blood oath means something. That bloodline means something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always blood. And this is how I'll be able to segue this into what's going on with the bloodline, because people are confused and just don't know shit. So let me educate you. I will simply just say, not a toy, not a prop. They're not going to be selling this as fucking merch just because you can get on the internet and order you one and no understanding. If you could get on the internet to order one, get on the fucking internet to do your fucking research and understand how this can be taken as fucking disrespectful. You're not going to fucking do that. I don't think Cody knew any better of it. And if he did, he'd never fucking do it again because he's a respectable person. I'm
pretty sure after that picture made his rounds, he got pulled aside by Roman, Jay, Jimmy. Somebody, all of them, and like, don't do that again.
So I must have missed something. So Cody was wearing this or something?
Yeah,
a fan gave it to him.
He took a fan gave it to him to take a selfie in, and he took it. And it made its circulations like last weekend, like I think before Backlash, like during the tour, during the European tour.
Wow, how did I miss that?
You don't get online like that, bro.
Oh no, don't get online. Don't even.
Checking? I got the Twitter app and everything, but I
I'm
haven't seen.
I'm messing with you.
Okay, but I'm just glad that y'all know. So it's just like, okay, if you
and it was a simple like thought. I was like, oh, they selling this? Cause I'm like, that'd be kind of cool to.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And my goofy ass was like, hey Marty, you know, I was about to text you. I'm like, hey, you know, they selling these.
Oh no, I would have had a severe fucking problem.
And then when when I ain't see it in the store, I was just like, oh well, I ain't think nothing else about it. Like that's just my thought process because it's like,
but
because
now you know why you haven't seen it. Now you know why you haven't seen it on WWE Shop. He's Roman ran the shit for almost 4 years.
And I'm not gonna look for it because one thing about them Samoans, I know they got grenades for fists. I'm good.
But my thing is, why are they? Well, I mean, the internet gonna be the internet in terms of what they try to sell. You can't ever stop it. But with it being that sacred and that like a big, why don't they shut that down from people even being able to get that on the internet somehow?
Because the thing is, if it wasn't on a wrestling angle, most people wouldn't even know what it was to even go look for it or care.
Oh,
if you're looking for this,
the Tribal Chief didn't exist, nobody wouldn't even know that existed unless you're in the culture.
That's what I'm saying. If you only looking for this, if you fit the description, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not looking for it. I just thought it would have been cool. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool because
that's fine.
Yeah, because if I had one of those, it would have probably
wrong with that.
Hanging, you know what I'm saying? I would have had that giant hanging or something. Just
God. Exactly. But the fact is, like you didn't get the understanding. But the thing is, if somebody explained to you that, like,
all right,
don't do that. You're not gonna don't get on the internet and tell people you're just being a fucking crybaby, or it's not that serious, or it's just a joke. I'm like, my culture is a joke to you.
Everything
just because you don't have no fucking culture.
Everything is always a joke until you get punched in the mouth.
So, Marty, let me ask you then, bro, because I grew up on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Being from as part of me from Virginia Beach, so I grew up by the beach, and so I got one of those. If I think I still have it, I gotta check, but I remember Joe used to rock it too, like back in like the TNA days, for real. That shark tooth necklace, I want to say it is. Like, right? Yeah, I have one of those, and I used to rock that junk low key quite often. You know what I'm saying? But like, is it any form of disrespect? Usually, just wearing that to wear that. Usually,
no. You can get that. You can go to Hawaii and get, and you know what I'm saying, for the most part, just go and get that. My thing is just like, if you don't know and like you happen to go and get a gift shop, and nobody beat you up while you was going to cop one, then you straight. But they did a whole vignette talking about shout out to Homie, because you understand it. But that was where I got so fucking heated, because it was just like I said, like, I was respectful. I gave Cody the benefit of the doubt, like, bruh, I fuck with Cody, but what
it's
we're
like
not gonna do is
I give everybody the benefit
culture.
of the doubt, but it's like first time is a mistake, second time you know better.
Oh yeah,
facts. I ain't seen nothing since, and I guarantee you this. I bet you won't see Cody in one of these again. Bet, because it's just funny.
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Now, if I see it again, I'll be like, all right, Cody, what you doing?
Yeah, that's when we have a problem. And then I've seen people like getting in and trying to make it extra, like, well, that's why he's stealing from Black Coach. I'm like, no, calm down. I'm not trying to start no fucking wave like that. I'm simply pointing out that this ain't no necklace. It's not a prop. It's not a toy. It's not. They used it in an angle, but they used it with the only people that need to be wearing it. And in the storyline, it made sense. Get on your Google machine and look this up, what it means, what it symbolizes, the importance of it, and you would understand that that's not funny. That's not a fucking joke.
Because trust me, when it gets back to Rock versus Roman, that's going to be on the line.
Oh yeah,
100%,
no doubt,
100%.
Not no title. That.
Not to mention, even with this potential civil war we may get.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
and let's further explain to these
fools,
because even
you want me to explain how that works?
I've done the Google. Because people trying to trace this bloodline or this connection with God and the Anoa'i family, or the Anoa'i Fatu family. The Rock and Rikishi consider Haku, who is the adoptive father of Tama / uncle, blood uncle of Tama, as blood cousin.
Blood oaths. Rock explained it during the in Vegas.
He literally explained it. What is
that was the short version, and that's the short version. Not to mention, that Haku partner was his tag partner was
in the
Tonga Kid
Attitude Era
in the
in
80s.
2001?
No, before that, in the 80s.
Oh yeah, in the 80s too.
Tonga Kid. So this goes way back. He was also trained by Peter Maivia. Like, people don't understand that it's like, okay, there's a movement, or they were trying to push it in a sense. It's just like, okay, so there's Uso, and then for Tongans, it's Toko. Toko is like Us for them. So it's like the Toko Uso movement, because for the longest time it was, there was like Bloods and Crips. It was, you know what I mean? It was,
that was
you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Naturally, like, there's a history of it. So it's just bringing that movement together. And in the areas where there aren't a lot of Polynesians in general, it's once your family. Like, if somebody's really calling you Us, they fucking with you like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be a blood tie. Well, they're not even Samoan. Yeah, but just the family goes back decades. They don't necessarily need to be blood, but it's blood couldn't make it, you know what I'm saying, more stronger in general. So that connection with their father to their whole family in general, them coming in and it being the bloodline, it's like, you niggas care about semantics when it's wrestling, which you shouldn't, and it's just weird. But literally, when it comes down to it, where they're not even related, it's just like, oh my God, y'all are stupid. That's why The Rock had to break this down when he showed you the whole family tree. I'm trying my best to explain it to some of y'all, because y'all are just trying to pick at something because you don't like it. But now that Roman's been gone and the bloodline is kind of having to like get steam again, now y'all.
I'm hearing that chant, "We want Roman." I'm like, but he was here for 4 years. But now you.
Like, y'all want him now. Like,
you realize what it is. You realize what it is when you remove the seasoning. Oh, okay. I mean, it's still edible. You got the story.
This is not a slight at Solo Sikoa and the new bloodline, because they've been working with what they've been given.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job so far. I mean,
agree.
Have with it. I like this new version of them. But I get that it's not the Roman version, but that's the beauty of it, because I don't think it was designed to be. It
was not designed. Like, Roman literally tells you, like, people are stupid, because Roman literally told you, like, bro, I am doing this to expand my family to where when I go away, I'm not needed. He's still around. He's just not on TV. He literally said it on. If you actually watch and digest a lot of the documents he released, he literally said, I may be the forefront, but I'm also in the back to make sure that this makes sense and this makes sense. So yeah, you're going to see Solo, then God, and you're going to likely see Jacob instead of trying to get
even before him, because I shout out to my boy. You know, we talked about that. I had a theory about that one, but there's another one that is likely about to pop up even before Jacob does.
I'm not surprised. There's a lot of them motherfuckers.
And which side do you think Jacob is really going to show up on? Everybody's assuming.
I kind of want Jacob to be that enigma, that lone wolf, to where
what Solo was supposed to be before they inserted him in there. Because that's what
I want him to actually be Solo in practice and not in name.
Well, Roman told you that Solo was going to be next to run the bloodline anyway, or the next up anyway, so none of this should be a fucking shock. And if Jacob's going to, I think, because Jimmy getting hurt didn't help, and then they'll figure out ways to, like, let Jay do his thing, and they'll figure out a way in time to get that there. But it's like, okay, if Jacob's coming, and he's a direct relative, since y'all care about that so much, to the Fatus, him holding it down for Jimmy, that could be a possibility. Also, I don't know. I did hear that Hikuleo's contract is up in June.
And there we go. There we go. And that's who I was.
Right. It's Rim Samoan and a bunch of Tongans. Shut up. It's the bloodline. You don't.
It's a lot of motherfuckers. It's just a lot of y'all motherfuckers. To the point where I just be like, oh, another one? Cool.
but shout out to the fact, because Tongalore, right?
And I loved it. I popped it.
I love that swerve too.
Camacho.
No,
okay.
What you just said.
No, we don't talk about that.
No, here's what's funny. No, I gotta talk about this, because that was around the time when I was watching, but I didn't pay a lot of attention. Right?
I was there watching.
I
was watching too. I was just like,
Yeah, I want to say that was college or something. That era was like college or something for me. So I was watching wrestling, but I wasn't really watching, right? So the thing about it was, I remember seeing that. I had no clue that dude was even any part of Samoan.
Bruh.
Why did they portray this man like he was Mexican, bro?
He's Tongan, but bro, they Yokozuna'd him.
Why are we doing?
Talk about it.
And it was Vince.
It was different. It was a different time. This was before Black and Gold. This was just NXT when they still had the big ugly X belt. Only reason I recall that is because a mutual party of whom y'all understand was there at the time. So when an area was able to go see shows and see some of that, it wasn't part of, it was part of course for that type of shit to fucking happen. And when you could have just led with the fact that, all right, like
you remember who was in charge. That's literally all he had to do.
Voldemort. Voldemort was in charge, but at that time, like, okay, you couldn't go back to his lineage because they don't like to say whose people's fathers are, but they imply to it. They didn't do that with him. And I noticed that it's always with the first one.
They implied that he was just a whole ass Mexican with a tank.
Just like Deuce or Domino.
People ain't ever seen a Polynesian before.
Yeah, it was
Deuce. That threw me off when I found out he was a part of the family, because I was like, wait, he is? I was like, hold on.
He's Snooker Jr., the third?
Mm-hmm.
Junior? Okay.
Yeah. He's Superfly. He's Tamina's brother.
So I was thrown out too when I ain't found out about that until Legacy. I was like,
me too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when he mentioned it in Legacy, I was like, wait, is you trolling or are you serious? And then
when I Googled it, I was like, well, I'll be damned.
What the freak?
And then when I stared at him long enough, I'm like, yeah, you like your daddy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always the first bull, or the ones that not the firstborn, but the first ones to get in the kind of business. The only parallel I could think of, it was like, okay, Stevie Ray got in, was like for like wrestling enthusiasts. Man, I'm showing my age. I don't look it.
You are.
36.
It's all right.
I'm gonna be 36 next month.
It's
like
okay.
I remember enough back, like in this, like Stevie Ray got in first, and then Booker was there, and then they brought him in, like. Like he was wrestling first, because I think a little bit before that, what's the name, was in, or started wrestling first, because I think Tomo had just got out of the military, and then before he was training at the dojo. From what I remember, they trained with the Dudleys at their school.
Yeah, I heard Bubba talk about that. He was proud of the students.
So like when they get in there, it's just like, okay, usually the quieter one kind of gets typecast, and then the one with the personality gets to kind of branch out and do a little bit more first, and then they always bring it back together. I think that's how GOD works so damn well.
That's how those
my New Japan heads. I mean, when they got in, they kind of pushed them together, and it was dope.
If that's the case, then Stevie Ray, I still give you your flowers on how smart you were, brother.
Slap nuts, or what do you call him?
Come to the WWE.
What do you call him? Slap nuts? What did he used to call? No, Slapnut was Jeff Jarrett. He used to use this thing called a slapjack. I forget what he used to call the white people when he would wrestle them. I'll look it up, but it's fucking hilarious. I'm trying to be PC about it. I almost flipped out. If I ever say Palangi, means white person. So it's like I always try to like.
That's straight up white people.
I was really trying to keep it PG.
I really was. But to kind of your original question, like where this bloodline is going, is like people just need to be patient with it, because we had like it was great for so long that afterwards where everybody's just not picking up the pieces, but everybody's kind of trying to figure out how to reroute. That's why this Cody story is kind of like, at this point, all the grandeur's gone, because we got to the end and it didn't just end. He has to keep going now. So now you kind of have to build up, and you can't compare it to that.
If you listen to the opener of the Backlash, they literally said it's time to write new stories. All of them ain't gonna be as compelling.
You know what's
this
funny?
New bloodline is that?
What's funny about that is what comes to my mind metaphorically is, and this is for Gresh, since I know he's the film producer of all this, you know what I'm saying, and how many sets you've been on. I hope this isn't a negative when I portray it this way, but it's basically, since everybody keeps calling Roman Thanos and all, this is their continuation of what they're trying to build into their next phase of the Marvel series. Now,
this is phase 5 of the Bloodline.
Yeah, 100%. But I would phase 5's kind of mean, but I get it. It's just because people have to build 4.5, and then maybe it's a little bit of the bias in me, but it's just like, okay, you're introducing these new people because I've seen all you lame ass niggas that claim to love wrestling and you care about star ratings and all this other bullshit. When Loa got there, that was just Jacob will get there when he's supposed to get there. It was too predictable to do that. We got something because nobody expected Solo to get there, and then y'all complained about it. We got it, and it got to where it is, and now look where he's at. When God, now that they're there as a tag team, and Tama's not just there by himself, and you're able to see why they was running. Yeah, why they was running Japan.
So he's in the Kingdom Ring by himself. Yeah,
Tama.
Yeah,
Tama's in it.
Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah. But I'm just saying, we're gonna get God backing him up. And then now it's just like, okay, before Jacob, it's assumed he'll probably be on that side, and probably so. But if not, when Jimmy comes back and then they figure out a way to bring Jay back in there, like, just give it time. It'll all get there. But right now it's like, okay, Solo was taking all that was an enforcer, but he was kind of taking L's. He was taking bullets for the tribal chief. Now he's probably sick and tired of it.
It was a whole thing for me. I was like, bro, you have not made your lyrics come true yet. You have not went against the loss yet. You've been taking nothing but losses.
Oh yeah, okay. But now he's tired of it because the thing is like, okay, I took bullets. He put in his work. Work. I took bullets for you. You lost. Now it's mine. You told me I'm up next. I'm taking this shit and I'm gonna make it my own.
That's why I put that shit. I said the streak is over. He is no longer a loser. His theme song reigns true. I am no longer taking a loss.
Even then,
never lost.
Loser like that though, but it is back on.
Yeah, track. But I'm saying now, give him time to build himself up and to see what they're doing with, and be able to tell this new story. Because when Jimmy comes back, it'll be able to pick up more steam. Because my thing is, everybody thinks Jacob will be there next week, 2 weeks. If he comes, then what? They're kind of keeping this separate from Cody. Notice that like Cody's kind of.
And also, y'all need to be patient because y'all booking War Games. My brother, that's November. It's May.
Facts. Roman probably won't even be back to November. Like,
and that's it. Man, that's a big if. You know what I'm saying? We got.
He's shooting movies, spending time with his family. Stop bothering him at Disneyland. Leave this nigga alone. Oh my God, y'all are parasites.
Some people, some people suggest he should even come back during Royal Rumble.
Why?
I wouldn't hate it.
Pop. Just think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, when you
I wouldn't hate it.
Hear that music. You know, because you don't truly know.
I'm gonna really troll y'all. He should come back and win it.
100%. 100%. I'm speaking about 100%. I can't wait so he can take this shit from Cody again because they ain't enough credible challengers to do it until he get back.
Thank
you. Yeah, Solo did have a streak. Have a streak, but now give Solo time to build. He took over. We're telling new stories. We're adding new characters. Let him build this up. Give it time. And then notice how they're keeping it away from Cody because Cody's got to build this reign up by getting through people.
I need Cody to not touch 1 ounce of Samoan blood.
But see,
not right now.
Not right now.
Here's what gives me, Marty. I'm gonna counter back with you for a second when you say when you bring up Jay and how he's inserted, how they just. Why necessarily do you need to? Because if The Rock knows he's got unfinished business with Cody, and you know the bloodline is always involved when it comes to The Rock somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That's also
wouldn't it just be more so wherever Jacob inserts, that's where The Rock is, because you don't need Jay to be a part of this, to be honest. It could just be Jimmy, Jacob.
Roman, it could be Roman. It could be just Jimmy. It could be Jimmy, Roman, and Jacob. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I can answer that because right now, really, the real main event, there's Cody is going to barrel his way through every challenger that he gets until The Rock's done shooting his movie, and they could do that because even during Mania, that was the real like main event that they were building to, and even before The Rock left, they're telling that story. That's also probably why for now they're gonna let Solo and them build that up and be able to and start telling their own story and you know build the because you know records matter.
Yep, they do. The moment the bloodline begins stalking Cody, Rock is coming back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But to answer what you're saying about Jay, it's just like, okay, the moment they kicked Jimmy out, we already knew what it was. We knew what it was. We knew what it was. It's just how you tell the story.
I think more so my gripe will be if they do tell the story, they don't regress it. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like Jay has outgrown the tag team.
He really has. That's why I was like,
I don't think he needs to go back.
When you see what that France entrance, bro, everybody's been talking about that and how much of a star that's turned Jay into. Like, it's weird to
it's like if I hear Down Since, you just like I can't even hear Down Since Day One issues because the turn.
I prefer it. I still hate It's Just Muse. I still hate
no. What I mean was it's like the symbolism of it. You're not Down Since Day One ish no more because you attacked me. You cost me the title, so it wouldn't make sense for me to go back.
I mean, they came out the womb Day One, so like I can see how
I don't care if we came out the womb together. You turn on me and cost me money and a title. Is you opt for life?
You done did that. Roman choked Jimmy out while he was like fresh off of surgery. Just like indoctrinated Jay into the whole fucking bloodline, and they were still down with it.
My thing is, my reservation is, I don't want them to regress Jay.
I agree, man. Like
because WWE has a history of regressing people once they're done with the solo theory. Case in point, Big E.
Mm-hmm.
When they was done with the whole testing the theory with him solo, they say, "Yeah, we're gonna go put you right back in the tag team."
Okay. Well, what's the
same with Kofi too?
Okay, and simple answer. Simple answer. The difference between then and now was Voldemort, who is no longer there. So I can't necessarily apply those same worries because the culprit, the number one culprit of that, is no longer here. The J-pop, I equivalent it to LA Knight's pops because he like the pops Jay's getting now is the same type of pops LA Knight was getting 4 months ago. And then 5 months ago. He's still getting them.
It's not even just international. It's still local too.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is LA Knight was getting the same level of pop. He still gets it, but it ain't hitting. He's not as hot as he was a few months ago. And the thing about it is they don't have to necessarily like them bringing the tag team together. That if they're going to do that, it's going to be for the storytelling and the moment in itself. Like they're going to come together and then it's going to go towards a bigger story. And then they could probably go separate afterwards. It doesn't necessarily have to be long term. My thing is I'm not necessarily pivoting on that too much because my thing is that or they got to get to a point where they do right by Jay in the sense and they don't waste this.
That's what
he needs to touch a singles title. Like get a singles title before I worry about that.
That's basically what we're meaning. It's like we don't want them to just pivot straight. Okay, we're just wasting time until they need to.
It won't happen before SummerSlam at the very earliest.
Low key, that's why, man. I mean, we talked about King of the Ring. I guess I don't know if we
put some respect on Jimmy too. Y'all mean?
No. Listen, okay, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Well,
Jimmy is entertaining as a character. I just need them to give him some wins.
I ain't gonna hold you. Well,
I think when he comes back, he ain't gonna come back. Like, remember when? Okay, go on the network or go on Peacock. You can look this up. There's in a sense, I can give an example of some people who know. Okay, remember for those of you who know, when Owen Hart came back, there was like he wasn't really, especially after the whole Brett thing. Like when the screw job happened and they kind of took him off TV and all that shit was happening, he came back like gangbusters. Like they thought they had him out, and he went straight after DX. It's a little bit before he joined the Nation, and then they kind of pulled him off again.
I don't know that part you're talking about. It was right like that whole December.
Yeah, so I'm saying when he came back though, it's just like okay, Jimmy he's been the butt of the fucking jokes. He's had to take all of the fucking L's. He's taken more bullets than for damn near than anybody has. Like legitimately, he's the one that takes the spears or the finishers so somebody can get away. And then he was being loyal. He was already trying to pull Jay out, and then he stayed. And then he was being loyal. And then your own little brother your other little brother kicks your little big brother kicks you out, and people are already counting you down. If Jimmy comes back strong and like out for blood, like the way the Usos were
when they first started to
prior to Jimmy getting hurt at Mania.
If he comes back as 2016 Jimmy, when they first turned heel,
yeah,
I'm all
because Jay was the quiet one. Jimmy was the one that everybody noticed and had held that down. It's kind of like how Ambrose was like the mouthpiece of the Shield before everybody kind of split out. Jimmy was the one carrying the weight of that, and he's already shown me in the past that he could do that as long as they treat him well coming in.
His wife helped with that though, because Total Divas helped him stand out even more, where he became lovable,
100%.
right? And you know, and then all of a sudden, that's why I'm like, if you're gonna do that, when you do, like you said, Jay's got to get a singles title of some sort, but then Jimmy also has to like get his credibility back, where people are like, dang, we're getting him on that same level of a Jay now in his own way. Where
he's got to come back for blood.
Together, it's like rock and sock connection type stuff or something, where it's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He has to come back for blood. Like, it needs to be out of nowhere. He needs to bust somebody open. He needs to be attacking them. It needs to be on site with them. He needs to get a win, whichever one of God or whatever. Like, if he comes in strong, like out for blood.
Knowing them, it'll be Tonga.
Yeah, it gotta be. You gotta.
It won't be Tonga. It won't be Tama. It'll be Tonga. I already know them. I know how, bro.
You think so?
I feel like it's gonna be Tonga. I don't mind being proven wrong, but I feel like the first person is gonna take the heat is gonna be Tonga.
When God starts having their first tag matches, and people see why they was running Japan for so fucking long, like it was just a switch between them and the Good Brothers. Like, when people see what God is really about, then people will start putting respect on their name.
Man,
when Tama can start doing promos, what's up?
I hope so, man, because you know, Good Brothers, you know, talk about a decline.
Yeah, but at their age, they're just kind of putting people over. Here's the thing: we haven't seen. Yeah, they're just chilling. I haven't seen Finn. When Finn has an interaction, I don't know when and how it's gonna happen. When we get a Finn interaction with Tama, that's gonna be crazy. When we get an AJ interaction with Tama, that's gonna be crazy. And then, like, that's a storyline that you could set up right there, because they could take the fall. AJ could take the fall, so can the Good Brothers. If AJ and Tama have, like, you know what I mean? It's fam. You know what I'm saying? It's fam was good, dap up, all that. And then they get jumped, and then he has to pull the Good Brothers out for help. And then we get some like Bullet Club on Bullet Club action.
That's my thing. That's my question about the AJ and Good Brothers thing. I don't even think I think AJ is the solo thing now. I don't even think they still a faction.
I'm saying in terms of telling a story, in terms of telling the story, because there's the connections. Because Tama's got the deepest connections, because he didn't care for Omega Man all that much, or even Cody for that matter. His whole thing was Valor or Devitt, for those who know, and AJ.
And AJ.
That's where that connection is.
So, dang, they said,
agreed.
Yikes. So okay.
Interesting name. Are they trolling?
Yeah.
All right, I got one more bloodline though, because this is from Gresh bringing this up last week, because I didn't think about it till it hit me, and I was like, "Yo, I didn't even realize that." But you were so right. The elephant in the room here. What's up with Miss Jax?
Nia Jax. I was trolling when I said that.
No. I could see that. I could see that happening, and that'll be the catalyst to bring Naomi in. But we're letting her do what she's doing now. When Jimmy comes back, whenever that is, that's when this shit gonna pick up. Right now, they're just gonna reign supreme, and it's gonna be pure chaos going forward until they can get credibility in this new bloodline before they start going after a Cody, or before they start entering in a Nia Jax, because
I ain't gonna lie. I feel
Jimmy
like
fucked it up.
If they introduce Naomi into this, they're gonna have to go Naomi pre-glow.
She'll have to turn up. It has to be. What was the?
It was pre-glow. The Team Bad.
Bandana.
Team Bad. Yeah, I got to bring Team Bad version of that back.
Like, she can't be in there like, come on guys, let's glow. Like, no, they're bleeding. They're bleeding. They can't glow. They're trying not to die.
You mess with Aiga, you gotta fight at that point. It's like she'll up the smoke. That's what I'm thinking. They'll bring Nia in, like when Jimmy. I feel like when Jimmy will be the catalyst for all of the storytelling, because then you could eventually lead to Jay, because they've already kind of sowed the seeds when they asked Jay about what happened and the stuff with the bloodline.
And he was like, "Nah."
You see it in his face.
He was like, "I told him to come with me." Yeah. Anyway.
And you seen it in his face that like he was concerned, but he was just trying to focus on what he was doing. That's his family. And in some own culture, like that ain't just something you could turn off. You're not just turning that off for titles or any all that other shit. Like it's it's especially in twins. It's totally different. Like the Jay will come in like the Avengers and shit. Like he'll come through the portal at the end, like he did at WrestleMania when it comes down to it. But when Jimmy comes back, you'll be able to tell that story of adversity. That's when we'll start. Naomi has a road to come in, depending on where Jacob goes, because everybody expects it to be this way. If Jay's on the other show and nobody knows where Jacob is, he can go and hit up cousin, slide through. I need you, because they ran it up on me. Like Jimmy coming back will be the catalyst for all, like in terms of future storytelling, because you need him there as being the one that was outed and has the most to fight back. He's the underdog at this point.
And Paul Heyman is our quarterback, selling it with all the facial expressions. I love his brother's face.
Oh God, he need to give him an Emmy, an Oscar, something like he.
And that's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
100%. Put him in again.
Oh yeah, again. But yeah, we spent enough time talking about Backlash. As far as the predictions, it's a tie. We all literally predicted it happened to have so, and still your Freepedia predictions champion is Mr. Highlight Reel, because whenever there's a tie, it remains. Let's talk about.
I want in on the next one.
No, yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's Viva Las Mania. WrestleMania is
Let's go.
WrestleMania next year is going to Las Vegas.
I don't even got to fly.
Oh yeah, you don't. You could just drive, can't you?
I'm 5 hours, little, no traffic, less than 5 with traffic, like a little more than 5 hours away.
There's so many things I have like, and our game plan for last year for Philly actually worked. Like we checked out night 1, and we was in the hotel for night 2, pretty much a watch party, and it felt the same. Like
it really did. It really did.
So for depending on that card and how they got that structured, shit, we might mess around and get a skybox.
Yeah, bro. And Vegas,
I'll put it on it.
Less expensive than how Philly was, because Philly, like a trip to Vegas is easy in terms of like 4-hour flight. You get there, you got the extra time. We just got to worry about jet lag a little bit. That's really
it. Ain't it mountain time?
Yeah.
I thought it was Pacific.
Oh, Pacific.
Is it Pacific?
Yeah, because they're right there. Yeah, they're right there with Cali. So
they're an hour behind us.
Okay. They're behind you.
I'm in mountains. Yeah, behind me. I'm in mountains.
Jesus Christ. So
wow.
So that's like 4 hours behind us, like 3 hours behind us.
I guess 10:36 where I'm at right now.
Yeah, so that's like 3 hours behind us. Jesus Christ.
So I said, yeah, once we get past that part.
But then again, I travel for work, so I'm the jet lag. I'm used to it. I will pop a Red Bull and keep it pushing.
Oh yeah, likewise. You know, that's all I was.
We gotta talk about this skybox thing. Like we don't have to talk off pod for that. I'm in.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Going either way. Let's go.
Like just have the crew up there, because it's like getting up close is cool, but kicking it next to your people is better.
It is. And we figured that out. Like it really is better with that kind of vibe. You could do up close and personal for a Raw if you want, or
like if you just want that up close, but like just to kick it with your people while watching the matches. You want to talk shit and just and don't take it serious, bro.
Like tweaking in real life.
Because growing up, whenever stuff used to come to the Phil's Arena, that's all we used to do was get skyboxes. The family used to just get skyboxes, and we would just be up there just having a good time in the skybox, bring food, get food, and just have a good time. And when we was old enough, alcohol was included.
Okay, yeah, we might have to have the Unleashed skybox thing.
Hey, you know what I'm saying, Gresh? What it look like?
Hey man,
only flexes allowed.
Oh yeah, only flexes and real people are allowed. But man, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Like if it couldn't have been Atlanta, Vegas is my next choice.
Yeah, Vegas. At least we know it's warm.
Yes. Oh, it's warm without a doubt. Like
you know, and we know
I can wear my Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Hoochie Gresh is coming full force to Vegas. So if you see my
meat in abundance, nigga.
If you see my oiled up legs, mind your business or pay me $1.
Facts.
That goes for you,
comment,
ladies on the strip.
Like just I'm walking, minding my business with my belt, with my shorts out. You a wrestler? Yes, I am.
With consent. You know what I mean?
Consent.
A wide abundance of thigh meat will be out and about. You won't see these kneecaps. I don't give a fuck.
Bro.
You can't suck it till you consent it.
Merch.
I'm just merch.
You can suck it until you consent it. Yeah, I understood. Mm-hmm. What a drone.
That's a bar. Okay.
Thank
you. Spitting right there. Ooh, this nigga's spitting right now.
Thank you.
Oh man, I'm ready for that.
Showing off.
Battle of the EVPs is switching over to AEW a little bit. Kenny Omega assaulted by the new Elite. What's your thoughts on that? I actually enjoyed it. Surprisingly. And that's more attribute to Kenny.
He summoned his inner Cody for that. I appreciated that. Because like, what else? If they didn't, what you got Okada, and then you got the dude with the hair, the scapegoat dude with the hair that everybody's telling me is more important than he is, that I'm supposed to care about.
You talking about the Jackins?
Just cry me a river. Just like put some bass in your voice, nigga. Anyways, anyway, so it's like you got all that over there. If Kenny was a part of that, then what? Because we got Swerve over here looking like 1993 Undertaker with all that crow makeup under his eyes.
I need him to get some sleep.
Yeah, because that ain't it. Swerve,
that
ain't
shit
it.
Was.
Minor stuff. No, man.
And then I'm supposed to, nigga, you was breaking in people's houses and putting stuff in people's baby crib and all that. Like now I'm supposed to think that you care about what Tony Khan was doing. I mean, he gave you he gave you the title. You made history. I guarantee you by what is it? It's okay by mid-June. Not even mid-June. I gave it 2 weeks before they stopped saying that he made history every time he come out.
Oh, they already stopped.
Yeah, they already
I heard it once. Oh, no, that was Kenny that said it. Sorry. Yeah, never mind. Already happened.
I heard this was saying it already happened because I think I heard commentary say it once and then that was it.
Yeah,
that was on. I think that
was that the week that he didn't talk after he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still funny how everything else seems to be important around that fact that he is champ.
And he has nothing to do with it. Like they gave him a shout out to Christian Cage because he's one of the only ones that to me is really like. Mm-hmm. That man is a legend. Put him in every Hall of Fame possible, but like he gauged my interest with it. But it was like, okay, like you keeping him away from Okada, you not even putting him in front of the scapegoat, and then he makes a comment about the elitist, and they get on there and then start talking. It kind of reminds me of like and people, you can fillet me for this, I don't care, but it's like if you remember like how corny Eric Bischoff was, but it worked. Like when he was first in the NWO. It's like they're doing a cosplay of that, kind of like how their gimmick is a cosplay of like the Rockers in DX. It was like a cosplay of like Bischoff, where we're in the truck, we're doing this, we're your bosses. It's just like, just be yourselves at this point. It'd be more believable.
I think someone explained it to me perfectly. They was like they're being a cosplay of what people assume they are on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
what
they're basically
on Twitter.
So basically, people on Twitter assume that who they are, who are they portraying, is who they are in real life. So that's the character. It's pretty much another. Their character is pretty much another inside joke.
But it's an inside joke. It's like two things can be true at the same time. It's an inside joke, but it's an inside joke because we're telling people it's an inside joke, so now we can make fun of it to kind of take away from the fact that there's probably
it can be true. I'm not dismissing what you're saying, but I'm just saying like, I'm just telling you what it was told to me, and I pretty much wrote it off, and I just moved on from it. But two things can be true. Like it's an inside joke, but then it's also them just trying to make a knock at WCW.
Yeah, it's just them. It's also them being themselves because it's just like I don't know them, know people who know them, came across them like one time and it was very brief. They not related. It wasn't like they was trying to like sit up and talk, and it wasn't like I wanted to talk or anything like that. But my whole thing with that one is it's just and here's the thing too, like I don't like know these dudes in real life like that. Again, to segue to our earlier conversation, I'm not going to take personal offense to it or stand on these huge mountaintops about people that I don't know. All I know is that the characters annoy the shit out of me, and it's just like, okay, if this is the case, how you pushed yourselves the first 3 years just wasn't working for me. Like this variation of the books, all for it. I'm all for it. This is the most interested I've been in them since they've started this damn company. Cool. I like this. What they're doing. I mean, I'm hearing through the grapevine that like TK, this is an angle to like get him in the ring, and I'm hoping that that's just the internet saying shit because like everything about that sounds bad, like in every way, shape, form possible. That just sounds horrible. Like just get your team together and then have them avenge you, because like Kenny can't do nothing. How they got the appearance, and it seems like they kind of wrote him off in the sense to just kind of heal up.
They didn't write him off because he's going to be on Dynamite tomorrow or tonight.
Oh, then maybe he's better than they said he was, because that
he's basically going to be he's going to be on Dynamite as EVP. So they're basically it's going to be storyline Kenny.
Oh, they're giving him something to do. So then okay, smart. That's cool. So he's the
he's probably going to be the authority figure.
Who was the commissioner when they brought Shawn back? This was like they brought Shawn Michaels to be the commissioner because who was running it? Or this was I think when Triple H and Stephanie was running crazy and they brought him in to balance it.
It was still Baltimore.
Was it?
It was the corporation, and then it was the corporation. Then Shawn.
He was the sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff is back in town.
I think that's what they're doing with Kenny.
Just to give him something to do until he's like 100% ready to go, because he was taking bumps on Wednesday.
But so then who's gonna go against the Elite? Because you're not going to convince me. Like I'm not buying it. I'm glad the nigga's champion, and I like we talked about. We appreciate that it happened. I'm not buying this.
Honestly, I feel like Swerve saying that, basically proving himself to be a hypocrite in character, was just because it was like we're going to use this as a way to solidify you as a babyface.
It didn't work.
Any chances of his old nemesis coming back?
Who? Oh my God, they'll Paige, and they'll probably do that, and it just.
That's just beating a dead horse at this point. If Paige come back and continue to be like Paige, you lost like what, twice, 3 times? No,
they're gonna put Paige with him when it makes more sense for him to go with Gang.
Yeah.
So please don't do that, because this is how I would conceive that. Paige comes back to aid the man who broke into his house, talked shit over his baby's crib, put his feet all up on his coffee table without wiping his feet at the door, putting dirt and dust all on my coffee table. I got to clean this up. Not eating my grapes.
He was sitting on the couch in the room that you're not supposed to sit on anything in.
That is also the same.
Without plastic over. Grandma will be mad.
Can't knock that. But
go get a switch.
That is also the same man that drunk this man's blood and then had the nerve to say after the fact, after doing that, we're forever linked. It's like we're kind of together, kind of thing or something. So
it's bloodline.
It's just, I don't know, because of whatever he had in his mind with thinking that after drinking this man's blood. Yeah, I know, my bad. We had our wars, we had our differences.
Brood did it better.
These guys are out of control, and I know how. I don't know.
Well, he was what was going on with? I'm trying to remember what happened with Paige and the Elite, because
yeah, they had a little
beef. It was the him and Kenny thing.
Oh yeah, basically the Young Bucks suspended Hangman Adam Page indefinitely from the Elite.
They're gonna do it. Oh God.
And then maybe some kind of swerve, pun intended, where it's like either he joins with Gang, like you said, or Kenny's eventually ready to come back, and it's just a 3-way war or something.
Because we already know FTR is going to be involved, because they made the save.
They're going to throw Ospreay in there because that's how they're going to get the title off him. Ain't nobody tell me different. They're going to feed him to Ospreay, so you could throw him in because he's not doing shit right now.
I mean, he's going after the international title. He is doing something. So,
well, I'm saying against Okada, right? Oh no, I thought he was going to. They were going to put him against Okada because I'm so confused. There's so many fucking titles. What title does Okada have?
Okada has the Continental, the one that Eddie had.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He beat Eddie for it.
But that one's got more steam than the one
Osprey
that Cassidy has.
Is going after the one that Roderick Strong just won from
Cassidy. Oh, Roderick Strong. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like the one that Roderick Strong, that's why they gave it to him. It ain't got no sauce on it. It's plain wings. That's what he rocking right now. The one with all the lemon pepper, or I'll just say hickory barbecue because it ain't lemon pepper. But like that's what Okada got right now. Why would?
Bro.
And it brings it and it segues in to be able to feud with the EVPs and the new elite and all that other shit. Like it's
brother. This is how I consume AEW. I just fuck it. Let's vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start doing that because it makes my brain hurt.
You're trying to make too much. This is like you're trying to unravel a yarn that's been tied all over the place. Just
my head hurts.
Hear me out. Because there's also this Orange Cassidy factor here. Supposedly, Mr. Callis wants to now suddenly, come here, Orange Cassidy. Why is Orange Cassidy going with Don Callis?
Because of Trent? Because of Trent?
He's channeling that dark side, man. He's trying to bring it out of him.
Oh, we're gonna get Blood Orange Cassidy? Mimosa Cassidy? I don't know what. Okay, like here's the thing: the fact that he had a promo. When I tell you that so I tuned in and I watched Dynamite, and this is not me shitting on Dynamite. Everybody ingests shows in their own way. Some of y'all don't even watch Raw or SmackDown in one sitting, but people usually complain the last time I said something like this when I was on here. Because for y'all, I sat through Dynamite the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
The whole way. Like I didn't take no breaks, no mental health breaks. I didn't stop do nothing else. Made the kids like I watched the whole thing, and I heard Cassidy talk, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, he's displaying personality," because the shtick it got old a year and a half ago. It's been old. Them giving him a winning streak and kind of in a way like doing like a funny like parody of Roman, or at least that was the way it kind of came off.
His first international title run was actually pretty good.
Yes,
but the one when Mox got injured, it was just like they was just winging it.
And it's the shtick though. The shtick is just like, bro, come on. At some point, you got to get a personality. At some point.
I mean, I think like that is his personality, ain't it?
Yes.
Then you need to get it kayfabe. Then you need to get we need to put you in a new direction and give you a new gimmick, bro.
This is how I choose to consume Orange Cassidy. Not even just going back and forth with you because I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything.
No, I want to understand.
I pretty much consume him as that nonchalant brother that flips the switch when he's provoked. That's literally it. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm around my family, I'm the nonchalant brother, and then I get provoked, and then all bets are off. That's how I choose to consume Orange Cassidy. And so far, it's worked for me. Like he doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm. But he's also I gotta try it that way.
He's also not the guy that's like I'm like, oh yo, you gotta check out this Orange Cassidy. He's really good. It's just like
that's the internet. That's what they'd be telling me, and that's all I ever heard. And then I checked it, and I was like, bro.
2020 from October 2023 until now, I've been consuming my wrestling differently. I've been ignoring the noise, and I've been enjoying wrestling so much.
Can I get a printout or like a sheet of how the steps? Because I want to try it. But it was frustrating for me too. It was just like, okay, no addressment promo from the former champion.
Here's how you consume your wrestling. Step 1, fuck them niggas. Step 2, it's just wrestling. Step 3, smoke you some reefer. And step 4, fuck them niggas.
That's beautiful. Okay. He broke the science down. Like he did some real lyrical alchemy right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it opened like, let me get real hip hop. Like the way he was spitting them lyrics and what he was saying and the substance in it opened my third eye for real. So now I'm able to consume it for real and understand how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like now, don't make me get self-entitled on the internet and start making people feel stupid because they don't understand something that I barely didn't understand until just now. Kendrick fans, don't get mad at me. I'm a Kendrick fan. Don't get mad at me. I was just trying to make a point. This is how y'all sound. This is how y'all sound. This is exactly how you sound. You don't understand Orange Cassidy because when Orange Cassidy did his promo, right? He did his promo and he said something, and then he took his hands out his pockets and he took his shades off, and then he said Trent, and then he said a sentence, right? But you don't understand the intricacies of it because you didn't see them in the indie promotion from 5 years ago to understand how the best friends was enemies to become best friends, and now they're not gonna be friends, but then they gonna be friends later. Stupid. You're not even a wrestling fan.
Wait, that's their origin story?
That is how they sound in general. I don't know if it's the origin story, but when if I tweet that I don't like Orange Cassidy or like tweet a criticism, somebody will be in my mentions. The only person I know that really ride for this nigga is Keeks. Keeks,
I love
like
her.
the two. Yeah, I love Keeks. I fuck with Keeks, but I'm saying outside of Keeks, the only person that's the only person I can think of that legitimately like rides for Orange Cassidy and Mid Perry. But
I think I heard someone say this. I believe it was probably Lyric Wrestling on Twitter. Mm-hmm. She said the biggest mistake that a lot of people make on wrestling Twitter is they give away their material on Twitter. If you have criticism, you say that shit for a podcast. Mm-hmm. You turn it into a segue. Don't be giving out these full-on paragraphs. It's like, if you give me these full-on paragraphs breaking down your grievances, why would I watch your shit?
I don't even have that type of podcast and people be in my mentions. I just said I don't understand, or the gimmick is tired, and I got people telling me that I don't understand this, or blah blah, blah, or you don't get it or you're not a real fan, or like the amount of I had some niggas DM me once and I got a paragraph just because I said like take the title off this. That was I said take the title off this nigga. That's all I said. I got this nigga could have had 2 hours of content in the amount of shit that he sent me. I tried to humor him and read it because I wanted to understand instead of just writing it off. But then it was on loop like a CFO beat, and it just kept going. And then anytime I had to block this nigga because anytime I said anything with orange, I could have been talking about orange juice. This nigga would have been was at me. Just I was like,
that's why I tell people all the time, like, I appreciate the mute button. But sometimes some of y'all, I just gotta block you.
Mm-hmm. I need to start.
Like, I don't even care. I don't even care. Like, I don't like. You're going to see me. You're going to see me in real life, and you're not gonna do shit. You niggas who got beef with me saw me in Philly, looked me dead in my eye, and didn't do shit because it's all performative.
Oh god!
And keyword, I gave you the 4 steps on how to consume this shit. 1, fuck them niggas. 4, fuck them niggas.
Shout out to the homie Reese. Can't beat
me. My god! You need to get the sample of the dream. You need to get that. Fuck that nigga. You need that. You need the sound.
I need to soundbite that and put it in my board. Because I'm gonna take this board every time I'm on the road. So you're gonna be hearing this good quality every time I'm on the road, not just here. So yeah. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. Fuck.
I'm gonna start praising
them niggas.
Boy.
We need the organs in it. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas.
But I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Kenny and what they're gonna go. Like, I'm always intrigued to see like if they're gonna knock it out of the park or just fumble it. It depends on what. And Tony, don't hire Jerry Lawler, please. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, that Pepsi line is gonna be. Oh, that Pepsi line is gonna be. Oh, I got drafts. I'll say I got drafts ready. The moment they released him, I kept them in general. I got drafts. So instead of DMing me, some of y'all just block me because y'all be moving the goalposts, and I remember the position of where it was before you moved it. I got him. Just say when. Say when. I'm not as great with the videos and edits as Gresh is, but I got some shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me. I mean, we're already seeing people do as I say, not as I do. He's doing a lot of the stuff that gets criticized.
Mm-hmm.
A
Man,
lot of it.
a lot of it. All right, so I guess we can switch over to Raw since we watched that last night. We're gonna just speed pass through some stuff. Trouble within the Judgment Day. Y'all think that's where we're heading now? With Rhea out?
What are they doing with Liv?
That's what I
Because
mean.
I didn't see anything with her and Dominic, or I might have missed it. Did you see anything with her and Dominic on Monday?
They're being subtle. Like Dominic in the opening segment came out with a bandana, and then as the show went on, he didn't have one, but then Liv posted pictures with that same bandana in her pocket. Storytelling.
Just like you. That was it. Just like literally.
She's got more of a heel swag to her too, because when they
revenge tour, I'm on board.
They was about to squad up on her and Becky in a promo, and she kind of rolled out the ring.
She said,
"Yeah, nah." She left Becky. She left Becky hanging, and then old Lyra, old Bird Wings, had to come out there and
She like this.
The Irish
like, you know
connection.
What? My beef is with you. This ain't got shit to do with me. They don't know me. I'm out.
Okay, so that's all I was wondering, because my thing is like, what's cracking with the Judgment Day? I feel like we'll be able to tell more.
No, because remember at Backlash, Damian was kind of pissed that Finn and JD was getting involved.
Yeah, but the apology threw me off. That's what when he did that.
Like, are they building to that eventually, or they just?
Oh, they're gonna kick his ass out. Oh yeah, he's going. They're kicking him out.
It's turning on who? Like, is Finn turning on them? Is he turning on them?
No, Finn should have been the leader in the first fucking place. My whole thing is, I think they're gonna get rid of him, but I think they're giving Damian more time to have opponents to beat.
Day in general over time.
Ooh, I feel like with the story with Rhea.
That's what I mean by they finna kill it. Like, Liv is probably going to kill it within. To where it's just her and Rhea.
Getting rid of Damian because she got in their ear and started with Dominic and then just tore the shit down. Okay, and then it's also Damian getting too big for his britches, as my granny would say.
They got too much dip in your chips, son.
Oh God, it broke off in the dip. Now you ass out.
Now you ass out with a broken chip with no sauce.
It was all good when you had the briefcase.
It was aight. It was aight.
Nigga forgot he had it.
Yeah.
Do the Money in the Bank at Mania and stop doing the pay-per-view. Change the PLE. Just make it special again. If you want to turn up, turn up the Money in the Bank, make it a Mania match, and then just get at PLE something else.
No, just don't do a PLE that month and just do just do something.
Oh, they're not giving up this money. But I was just saying, if they did it, and I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck they're gonna do this NXT thing and whatever.
We're gonna see.
They better not ruin it. That's my birthday. I'm like looking forward to watching that shit. Don't ruin it. Like, that's gonna piss me off. I'm like, nigga, y'all ain't even take the octagons down. Like, where the hard camera gonna be? They can't even jump. It's like an indie show where he can't even go off the top rope because the ceiling right there.
You already know when they do it, they're gonna have one UFC one octagon reference.
There'll be one up just so they could do it. God damn.
You know what's funny, Gresh, is their way of repaying the fact that they were gonna be in Savannah. You know what they want to repay us with? By being in Gainesville of all places on Saturday. For a live show. I'm like, really? Why always
Gainesville?
Yeah. Gainesville, Georgia. AJ Styles.
No, I'm saying like why?
Because they do the same. That's how
they're assholes.
What's wrong with Savannah?
No, ain't nothing wrong with Savannah.
Savannah is amazing.
Gainesville. There's something wrong with Gainesville.
No, I'm
because they've been doing that with Georgia. Like, they did the same thing when Day One got canceled. When Day One got
familiar with Gainesville. I used to stay in the mountain. I know where not to be.
I'm not taking my black ass to Gainesville. Shit.
Listen, I ain't going to no Gainesville, boy.
Fuck you.
Nope. I learned that quick.
Right. Next up, King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments so far. I'm enjoying what they're doing this year.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm a Kenny fan, so
I ain't gonna lie to you. My matches of the night was Ilya Dragunov and Baldy himself, Ricochet.
Oh wow, that's what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
that's every fucking time. This is why I know why Lala be wanting to drop kick you, nigga, every time. You making fun of the follically challenged. Okay, enjoy your hair. I hope you have your hair.
Hey man, I'm ready to go bald when I get older. Older.
It started in my 20s, right?
It was in your 20s?
Yeah. For some people, that comes a lot earlier than you think, Gresh. It's a genetic.
Yeah, like 28.
Damn, man.
34, and you see, I ain't got a lick of balls.
You was follically challenged right before
like
you was
28
allowed to drink. Oh, okay. I about to say. I thought you about to say.
No, I said 20. I said 28. Like,
oh, okay.
28. Like early, like around 32 is when it just started. Like, okay, like I could. Now let's just get this going. Like that's the one part. The Samoan part skipped me genetically. I didn't get any of the size, and I had the hair to an extent for a minute, and then it just
went loose.
That half didn't equivalent for me. So
it went in it clocked in PTO and never came back.
Yeah, it said fuck this job and then dipped out. But it stayed long enough to get a decent W2.
But yeah, Ilya tried to slap this man a new hairline though. I can tell you that.
Oh no, let me get this money up. If we unionize and this music really starts, I'm buying my hairline back. I can give a fuck. And I'm growing that shit to my angles. I'm getting veneers. I'm getting the.
Oh, you're gonna be wrong.
I'm getting the veneers and I'm getting my hairline back. I'm gonna go to Tyga's doctor.
Oh yeah, because he did get his hairline back out of nowhere.
Look up Tyga from like 2012.
I remember Tyga from 2012. I'm like, bro, you went from a cub to a tiger real quick.
Oh God, like the widow's peak disappeared. Now it's just plains. Like it's just good. It's just like I'm like, I had to look it up. I was like, hold on. I know that ain't who I think it is, and then I look.
You gonna be LeBron for real?
Did LeBron get it fixed, or is he still faking the fuck?
No, he got it fixed for a little bit,
but it came back.
Yeah, he got too much money to make. Come on, man. Tiger done got money like that. LeBron got money like that, nigga. You buy.
Yeah, he out here looking like John Cena. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't wait till we can have that conversation for real.
Have that conversation. Have the conversation every day, John. Let it go, or get some patches or something. Shit.
I don't think that's a good look though. If he let it go, like it worked for Austin, but like John, like.
But we've seen him ball before.
Yeah, we've seen him ball. He started out bald. You know what I mean? Prototype was basically bald.
Yeah.
Before the high top, but I'm just like now it's just there. Like his like. When it go in one spot,
I feel like he's in on the joke because it's like, bro, I would have been. You got to know that's there. You don't feel that breeze every time you take your hat off. That's right there.
The only
not anywhere else, but like right there.
If he has a beanie, then that's how you know that he's made peace with it. Because like once you get to that point where the hair is just gone, and then or you know that it's starting to go, you start getting cold in a way you've never been cold before, and okay. You gotta have a beanie.
Man, look, the only wrestler it did not work for was Shawn Michaels.
You said it, not me. If I say it, they gonna get mad. I
was like, nope, don't do that.
He said, John felt it. Tristan said, John felt it in Philly. I'm trying to tell you. That cold snap right there said, pow!
That cold, as soon as that cold hit him, Cena was in there. His ass was shaking like a hoe in church.
Boy.
This shit, he felt the cold. He got the shivers. He started sweating.
No, man.
I ain't supposed to be here.
Brother. Those two matches did it, but also honorable mention. Shout out to Natalia and Io.
Oh yeah, I was gonna give that one props too. The women, like, that's what I'm saying. It was dope across the board.
Only one I didn't like was, I know why they were doing it for
Oh, the Zoe
Stark, but I was like, really? Y'all doing Ivy now like that? I was like, dang, bro.
I didn't love the Jay and Finn one. I didn't love it. It was cool.
It was solid. Like it was solid.
To me, it wasn't what I think what they could do if they were like they had enough time where I think that they could have got as close to where they would have if they had a PLE match.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they had that type of time, like if you got what did they get like 10
15 minutes, like 10, 13 minutes.
Yeah, like you.
I feel like
they could have tore that shit
minutes
down.
Is always the hot spot for the opening. Like they always give them 10 to 13 minutes after a long ass promo.
Mm-hmm.
The Judgment Day. Yeah, you're right.
All right, for the Judgment Day.
All due respect to Jay, I think Finn and Drew probably would have maybe delivered a little bit better.
I think Finn should have won.
Oh, I like Jay getting.
Jay didn't need that.
I like Jay getting.
It's like a consolation. He lost the championship, and then they threw him in there. It's like, to me, it just feels like a consolation for him.
He got his get back. You know what I mean? They did.
Yeah, he could have got his get back. Finn needs the motion because if he's eventually going like be the one to oust Damian, however they get to it, because it's like they've been planting the seeds for it. Gunther shut that shit down, man. My chest hurt and I wasn't even in the match.
Bro, the dude had his handprint on his back.
Man,
you see him smack the. When you tweeted it,
I tweeted it. That thing's still popping up. Like I think it's sitting at like 800K views right now. Like
that shit was fucking hilarious. I was dying.
Like when you were fresh, like you got that fresh cut, and you in like if you've ever been to a black elementary school, you know what I'm talking about. Like, bro, you do not like, bro. You had to fight for your life to get your parents to not get you a bald fade.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't feel like ma, dad, I understand I look good. I'm a good looking kid. I can rock the bald fade, but you don't understand the trauma I got to go through. I got friends. The first thing is, open the neck. Pow.
Concussion. Just
it's like they give me it's like they don't give me a little love tap. They give me a full frontal they like, hey, here is free CTE. Pow. Like
it's like Polynesians when you get a new tattoo. It's just like, oh, you got it? Can I smack it?
That's like my brother. Like, bro, I have 3 tattoos. 1 fresh. My brother. Oh, I like that. Pow, motherfucker.
Oh, he was like,
I'm like, you lucky you taller than me, nigga.
I catch you slipping. This nigga Gresh finna jump off the side of the couch and cross my.
Come here,
man.
Get over here,
man. I'm telling you, dog. Yeah, that. Poor Sheamus, my boy just can't keep winning.
Yeah, I mean, Sheamus is at a point right now. I think we're the bigger story for the moment. Well, they were sowing the seeds with him and Drew a little bit, but it's like Sheamus is just getting his bearings back in. It's enough where people are just happy he's back. I don't think it's hurting him it will hurt him as much to take an L as it would.
I'm just happy. I'm riding the wave that he's back because
he's just happy he back. He could lose.
No, it's not so much. I'm just specifically talking about against Gunther.
Oh yeah, this was just 3 matches, and every last one of them hit. Like, bro, I went to bed happy that night. I was like, bro, this is a good match.
What's the next 3? Because I'm worried that
they gave us that next 3. I feel like it's literally it's probably gonna be a 4th one. With Sheamus is just gonna be obsessed with winning against Gunther. They can turn the whole story into that. Like, bro, you are 0-3 against Gunther, or really 0-4.
Yeah, if
you count the triple threat,
which is still not talked about as much as it should be. That match was fucking amazing.
Oh, bro, I watched that back much as it had the perfect combination with me. It was a fight. You had Titus O'Neil on commentary with the bits. Like, bro, I was having a ball.
Oh God, I think that match I go back to, and the one with Ilya and Gunther at NXT UK. I think it was during COVID. Well, both of their matches actually that they had. Like I go back to those 3. Like when I'm just like I got time to kill and I just want to watch some, but I can't think of nothing. I go back and I watch the matches. Like,
See, Tristan, I understand what you was talking about with the getting a lineup during the year. My mama was not having that. She wanted her son to go to school looking good. So I had no choice but to get a full fade. But let's believe I whoop some ass though. Cause pop me out of nowhere if you want to. We ain't friends no more.
Oh no, you got to see me. Like we after we scrap it up, then we could probably get back right. But in that the moment hand meets skin,
you could come back over and play the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, but soon as this.
Oh yeah, we fight. Put up your dukes. Like, there's no other choice. There's no.
At least we slap boxing. We got to slap box at the very least. If we can't do close fists, we gonna slap box, and I'm hitting you on the button.
Pow. Nope.
It's like, oh, 2-piece.
My mama. But before we move on to what else do we got to move on to? Oh, move on to Punk and them. Who do you predict to be in the finals of both of the semifinals of the Raw side? I feel like I see Ilya and Gunther, but I also want to be mad at Jay and Gunther.
Ilya and Gunther. They can run, and then they can be able to tell the story of their past matches because they always like to tell the story. Their past matches at NXT UK, and Ilya took the title off Gunther when he had that long reign over there too, and then.
But then you already know Ilya gonna have to take a loss, right? Because I feel like they're setting this up for Gunther.
That's probably for that reason is why I think it's gonna likely be Jay and Gunther.
Only person, yeah.
So you see Jay beating Ilya?
Yeah, because it's possible. Because why tell that story right now? You don't have to use King of the Ring to tell that one yet. Not yet.
I think Jay is only in there because Drew got hurt.
So you feel like somebody gonna screw?
Well, yeah. Think about it. But if Drew was in it, he still would have lost because Drew would have beat him too.
True.
Because Punk would. Punk would have stopped Drew from winning because they was already telling that story. He's gonna keep doing that, and then I think with Jay, if they want to tie the bloodline stuff, because they kind of previewed to it when they was at the event or was that SmackDown when they walked up on him. That silent, like, okay, we don't be on your toes. They could do that. They could figure out a way to get Jay out safely to take the L.
You know what? It's funny. You just made me think of something when you said this. I wish WWE would have took one thing from AEW and they would have implied exactly what AEW did with that Continental Classic. 0 shenanigans. 1-on-1. You beat me. You're the better man. In this tournament.
Oh, you talking about like the Ilya interference? I mean, not the Ludwig Kaiser interference in the main event and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, just period.
Judgment Day stuff.
In past King of the Rings, there would sometimes, from time to time, be some shenanigans.
And I feel like that's the reason why I enjoyed Ilya and Ricochet more, because it was just literally two grown men beating the shit out of each other with no shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Heel Ricochet?
Yeah, Ilya and Ricochet.
No, say heel Ricochet, yes or no?
Yes.
It feels like it's coming based off that digital.
It needs to happen. Honestly, it needs to happen.
He needs it. Or put him in a heel faction.
Hell, should have put him with the Pride.
No, why you put all the black people in one group? You know what I mean? Like,
because he needs a mouthpiece.
Enjoy some? Facts.
I hate to say it like that, but he needs a mouthpiece. It is what it is. Thoughts on this Punk and McIntyre stuff? I'm enjoying it.
100%.
Oh, whoa! Before we move on, who do you feel like is going to be in the semifinals for the Raw side? I feel like it's going to be Io and Lyra.
Shit. Now after Monday, after last, I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be Io and Lyra in the semifinals.
After last night, I agree, 100%.
And then we'll obviously predict who we feel like will go to the finals and win when we get to predicting that show.
I almost hate to say it, but it feels like it's clearly someone from the SmackDown side as far as that ladies is concerned.
Oh yeah,
that SmackDown side still feels stacked with their division for some reason. And I'm like,
they haven't announced who's in the women's side yet. They've only announced the men.
They're trying to be careful.
That's why I said that's kind of the problem right there.
Yeah.
When Charlotte make a return,
please.
Jesus Christ.
I'm ready for it. Hell yeah.
Do it. No,
especially giving Becky the belt. Hell yeah.
I always say Jesus Christ because I'll be like, yeah, I forgot all about her. I forgot she's on her Super Cena from 2008 run where she's already in the gym. I'm like, good God.
You can't.
I mean, Punk too. The recovery he's had so far, I'm just like whatever doctor they got. I almost want a contract just so I can get that insurance.
Yeah, the last thing on Raw before we like briefly talk about the King and the Queen of the Ring matches of the actual event that's been confirmed so far. I'm intrigued with this Punk and McIntyre stuff. This shit is entertaining. Now, this Punk promo was not it for me on Raw.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling it.
Kind of mid.
I wasn't feeling it. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't lead to anything.
It was kind of mid.
All that for what? He didn't even come back.
I think that's one main thing too. I was like,
you had them do that for nothing because he didn't even come back.
And then he woke up on Twitter's like, and McIntyre woke up on Twitter basically mocking it. And I'm like, all right, this was a waste of time. This was a waste of my fucking time. Thanks.
When they did the end of you know how they do the post-show credits and then like something happens. Like when they had that brawl, I'm thinking like, oh, they're brawling. And I'm like, oh no, it's just I'm like, oh, okay. That's a letdown. Thought they were gonna continue that till literally the end of the show, but nope.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's entertaining for the most part. King and Queen of the Ring, they've actually confirmed 2 matches. It'll be Becky versus Liv for the women's world title. Yeah. And Bronson Reed and Chad Gable challenging Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match.
Ooh.
And this poster got some people on the uproar because they say it's a Black Panther inspired poster.
You mean tell me that's the real poster?
Yep, that's the real poster.
I mean, and they doing it in Saudi Arabia?
Mm-hmm.
So now I kind of agree with the people then. Why the heck you couldn't put Bailey or Priest on this dog poster? You got all your champions too. Huh?
Why is Bailey continuing to not get no fucking respect, man? The Bay Area ain't did nothing to nobody.
That's wild, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. But
I didn't know that was the poster. That's crazy.
Yeah. Triple H. Whenever Triple H tweet, I assume that's the official poster.
Dang.
And my only gripe with this is I need them to get better at the Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have put Bailey on there, and why is Logan Paul on there? Do he even got a match?
Not yet. Not yet. They'll give.
Why he on there?
It's a Saudi show. They always give him a Saudi match.
They usually do, yeah.
That payday.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, my only other slight gripe before we move on as far as the King of the Ring situation, then. Why the freak are we putting King of the Ring matches on live event shows, bro? I want to.
Oh yeah, they did put Kofi and Ray
on
the live.
What? What?
They put Kofi and Ray on a live event that's going on Saturday. I'm like, bro,
we want to see.
You advertised it for Raw.
I'm sitting here like, bro, that's messed up, bro. Like, how you gonna do 2 ghosts like that, bro? Man,
like, yeah, we got a nice little jab at the Kendrick and Drake with Kofi with that line said, "I'm gonna beat him so bad." What did he say?
I'm gonna have to body him like Kendrick or Drake or something like that.
Something like that. Hold on, let me pull it up because I think I wrote it down.
You did. You tweeted it in the quotation. I'm gonna have to body him like my name was Kendrick or Drake or something like that.
Oh, so I gotta put him down unapologetically as if my name is Kendrick Lamar or Drake.
Wait. Okay, I must have misheard. Who said that?
Kofi. He was hyping up his match with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, niggas is reaching. People were saying that Punk was quoting Kendrick in his promo.
I think he was. That's why, but I didn't catch it because I was just so checked out of the promo.
Oh yeah, hates the way that he walks, the way he talks.
Yeah,
he did the Euphoria line.
He did the Euphoria line.
I just thought the internet was like trying to make everything a secret Kendrick lyric. Okay.
Nah. He was actually nah. It was that. So
Expect the sweet chin music line somewhere.
I'm surprised we didn't get that on NXT tonight.
That's what I was saying. NXT or I guess maybe SmackDown. I guess.
Sweet chin music. No, I will not pass the ox. I'm like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
But before we move on to this week in wrestling and get up out of here, because we pretty much covered everything in AEW, so we really don't have to preview it this week.
Okay.
Alicia Taylor is getting promoted.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
NXT, from the NXT announcer, she's basically going to be announcing SmackDown while Mike Rowe will be assuming the position on NXT.
Good.
Yeah.
So just had to give her flowers right quick because she's been killing.
Hell yeah.
She's been killing NXT. Like even in the time where she had to fill in for Samantha a few times, I think it was like once, maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't tell the difference. Like it was no dip in quality.
Shout out
and shout out to Mike Rome. Like he see the praise that Samantha be given. Like I was there in Detroit when we was there in Detroit when he announced that main event for like the entire show, and he was killing it. He was like, bro, I have to step it up.
Bro,
like,
been doing this.
Like the announcers, like we don't give them that much credit because like we don't want to like it's like we mainly be talking about the in-ring stuff. But the announcers, the modern announcers are top notch. Every last one, Samantha Irving, Alicia Taylor, Mike Rome. It's crazy. Like I appreciate 100%.
It. Justin
Roberts on if you want to do AEW as well. I don't and who's the guy for ROH? Because he been doing a couple of collisions.
He's I'm blanking.
I forgot his name.
It's the original guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Since they got rid of Dasha.
That's crazy.
That was a dumb move.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just had to stop and give our flowers for them right quick before we move on to wrestling. NXT. Let's talk about NXT this week. What you guys think about this show? Did you watch it in real time, Marty, or did you? Or
no, I had to pull it up beforehand. I was like, I finished Dynamite, and I was like, okay, I needed to watch this. But I watched it.
NXT this week to me was it was kind of similar to last week. Yeah. How we described it. It was like it started off hot because Wesley returned. Like it was his first match back since November 28, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I feel like after it got to the middle, it's kind of like
it's just vibes. This is what y'all doing with y'all world champ. With our world champ, one that we actually proud of.
You talking about being? I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the Tricks the Daddy chant.
Yeah, that just.
I actually enjoyed the little segment. I enjoyed it more so because they're actually trying to make metaphor a little serious.
You know what I'm saying? It was clever, but it was just like, okay, I didn't need the weak buildup. You could have just had them come out with an envelope and then ask him to come out. You know what I mean? Made it more impromptu.
I feel like I honestly feel like they did that because of the chant.
Yeah,
they started trending. So they was like, okay. It's like the Maury vibes. Like they literally the reaction to it. It was like, you know what? We're just gonna build it up to next week.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally it.
Plus the tagline with him and Lash, you can just that's golden what they're already showing on screen together, given that they're a real couple and all that. So it's like,
yeah,
their on-screen chemistry is really actually playing off really well. To where it looks like, dare I say, they might even pair these two up down the line.
And I mean, she just called him babe. She just casually called him babe on TV. I'm like, oh.
That's why I was like, and you know what? That's why he's our champion.
I was like, oh.
Now when he said that, I said, he's called himself Trick Willy Wonka. I said, brother, you a candy man now? Shut the fuck up.
Willy Wonka was putting drugs in them candies.
I just said, come get your chocolate factory. That's all.
I might say, and I like the dynamic. I like the dynamic that they just basically had last, not tell the others that Trick was giving her the candy cane.
No Kappa. Sorry, it's the writer in me. It was an easy setup. I couldn't help it. Trick was in there.
Oh,
you
man.
shimmying all over that.
Took it straight to the candy shop. You feel me?
Take it to the candy shop.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but, I know. She rocking that fit. I ain't gonna hold you. God dang.
Miss Jackson, Lash.
It's like I would be like, Sean, hey, y'all ain't got nothing for me. Like I could be in Metaphor. I'm just like we could be like.
I could be a stunt. Like, I could be a stunt double if they want me to, and they can practice their moves on me.
I'll be a lackey. You know?
I'll be the security that get beat up. All their segments just security.
They
Top flight, Sean. Top flight, Sean. I got you.
Mm-hmm. But they basically ended the segment with Noam standing over Trick. So it looks like Noam Dar in them Hoochie Daddy shorts is going to be going after that NXT title. I'm down for it. If you were into, and not even just, I'm not even talking about the corniness of, not even corny, it's the clever corny of him and Alicia Fox. But if you actually watched him cook at NXT UK or just follow him, or even this current incarnation,
the Cruiserweight Classic shit was
the what you call it, the Heritage Cup, the stuff that he was cooking with that. So I'm like, bro, he will literally, him and Trick, I feel like they will mesh well. So they're probably, I feel like that'll be your battleground match.
Agreed.
If they don't, because I don't think they have any more TV specials. They're literally just building the battleground now. So
this is a good test for Trick.
To see if he can sink or swim. And so far he's been swimming. So especially
now he actually got to swim. Tall enough to stand in the pool. Now you got to go in the deep end and swim.
Let's see what else.
What's his name? JBL Light had him at. I've been impressed with him.
He had him with Wesley.
No, I'm saying I've been impressed with him lately. This new approach, all for it. Like he's actually interesting to me.
You know, since we're on the subject of lights, let's talk about Crime Time Light here.
Oh, the big black niggas?
The Tims and them.
Why we still dressing like we in the mid 2000s here?
It's the gimmick.
That ain't
Tims
enough.
And them?
That ain't enough, son. That ain't enough, son. I need better, son. That ain't it.
Oh, these are niggas that was getting beat up by OTM all the time on Next Level and all the other stuff. That's where I've seen them before.
And I hope with Reggie on his way out, I hope they're not finna like pull back on OTM.
I really
because that ain't fair.
Yeah, definitely to them. Yeah,
I mean, I know they're not finna pull back on Jada Parker because it's Jada Parker and that'd be dumb as fuck. But OTM.
No, just let her be the be the mouthpiece.
I mean, she can cut a promo, so
she got it.
She got
it.
Boy.
But speaking of Miss Parker, she's in the combine. I mean, they had a combine during the entire show. So so basically, whoever was ranked highest, the top 12, will be in qualifying matches that starts next week. So you got Sol Ruka, Thea Hale, Jada Parker, Brynlee Reese, Mia Yim, because I'm not about to say that name.
Thank you, brother.
Fallon Henley, Lash Legend, Avi Nile, Izzy Dame, Kelani Jordan, Tatum Paxley, and Ren Sinclair.
Okay, that's disrespectful. Where your girl Jakara at?
She didn't rank top 12.
You don't feel no kind of way about that, brother? I know you want to see more of her on TV now. I see. Come on.
I was gonna let you cook. That's why I didn't say nothing. I know you waiting to say something. Go ahead.
Say it, brother. Don't let it out.
Go ahead. They're not comfortable in her in-ring ability, and it sucks because they could do more about it if that's the case.
She's in the right place, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they not doing nothing with it. It's like, Sean, I love the fact that your For You page is popping and you know how to spot talent, but you got it, or you got it there, and you need to, nurture that talent. And
like, she has the charisma, just like your Jada Parkers, just like your Lash, all the, like, bro, just let her cook. And it's like, bro, I know y'all have a time crunch on, like, you don't want to, you're not comfortable in it. You have her cooking on Level Up. I be watching. I ain't one of those fans who's just a fan on Twitter. I be paying attention, and I watch when I can. She's actually improving, so it's like, bro. But I'm not gonna lose panic on this because it is a ladder match. That shit gonna hurt. gotta think long term here. Yeah, I'm gonna use that as an excuse. Yes. You can't whoop my ass. So, yeah, that's yeah, we're gonna go with that.
I wanted Lash to win because what was the match that she was in? I cannot remember the name of it. The
Iron Survivor.
Iron Survivor shit.
I just thought about this. How she's number 7?
And this Fallon Henley shit, they need to figure out what they're doing with her. If they're gonna
bump that Fallon Henley, she's Meredith Blake if they do a Parent Track reboot.
Ooh.
That's what she reminded me of. I don't know why. It just came. It came to me during the show. I said, "You look like a Meredith Blake."
That's random as fuck, but yet spot on. That's some good loud you got over there. I'm like, I'm just sorry. This nigga got insightful.
I was just looking at it. I was just like, you remind me of somebody. And then I looked up Parent Trap. I was like, Meredith Blake.
Oh my god.
More specifically, the Lindsay Lohan version, because there was like 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. But even then, like, if they gonna do this, just go full heel with it. You know what I mean? So maybe start a group or like a team or something.
Apparently, Jason Jane is injured because it says something about a surgery. So she's injured too.
Guess that storyline's done.
I mean, she did lose to Thea, so of course it was done. I know because remember last week she broke her nose.
Oh,
she was bleeding last week, so they basically had her.
She nose that big, of course it was broke. That shit got a big nose anyway.
Oh no. This man is a menace. Oh my god. I left that alone. I left it on the shelf. He's like, nope, I'll take that. Just wait with it. He was all faking it, but he just had to say it.
I couldn't help it, man.
He's like, it was right there. I just took. He said, "Fuck it."
We was already up 20. You ain't have to run up the score.
Someone said Fallon could be what Lacey was meant to be as far as that Southern Belle, maybe, but not as proper.
Yeah, they need to keep her heel. Like this, her and Thea or whatever, or what's her name?
She was facing Kalani tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you need to stir it up more with her and Kalani, or like have her go after Thea. Like she needs to replace JC at this point.
Oh, in that little whatever group she was trying to do, like with Jasmine Nix.
Yeah, switch it up. Remove the whole Southern Belle shit and just.
Because she's still on a bar. Like, make it a whole thing. Like, you can do it.
Like some Coyote Ugly type shit, but like mean.
Yep.
Okay. Change her attire up a bit too.
You have to, and the music.
Yeah, because when she came out to it, you could tell she seemed kind of annoyed to still be having it. So
yeah.
Let's see what else went down on NXT outside of Wesley Trick and Roxanne Perez retained her title.
As she should.
But they did an interaction between Chelsea Green and Ariana Grace. That shit was hilarious to me.
Oh my god!
It was so obnoxiously hilarious.
I must have missed that one. Fuck.
Yeah,
it was backstage with because they're still doing the whole makeup thing with Gigi Dolan or Georgina, as Ariana calls her.
Word on the street is they're doing a possible stable in the future with Chelsea Green. So could be a little bit of a future forward. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Ain't that Santino daughter?
Yep.
Okay.
I for one would not be against it.
Agreed. I second that.
Because Ariana Grace has that funny bone in her body that is just like you can't teach that. You can't.
Comic relief is her superpower.
Literally. And it's like she's like her whole thing is she don't want everybody to fight. She wants everybody to get along. And she only fights when she has to. They hit the nail on this. They really did.
They really did.
Because when she snapped.
Oh,
I just wanted to pull up you got to see it once.
The Cobra.
Yeah. A modified version of it. You know what
what's the female version of the Cobra?
I mean,
is there genders attached to those?
No, I believe that Cobras that just works, but that just for a second, it just made me think of Stomp the Yard.
Oh, jeez. Good old face.
It's just a female snake. That's all.
Yeah.
They just call it the snake.
Right.
Pretty much.
So let's see. Oh yeah, outside of Roxanne Perez. Oh, the family pretty much kidnapped the crew.
New Catch. Yeah.
New Catch crew.
New quarter catch.
And that's another thing that annoys me. That annoys me about that. Why is there a new Catch crew in NXT and a new Catch Republic on SmackDown?
No corner Catch crew and a new Catch Republic.
Because catch wrestling is a British thing. Catch is catch can.
But yeah, the family pretty much kidnapped what you call it, Damson. Gable Steve's brother.
Speaking of which,
who got fired?
That was a Vince project they stopped investing in.
What crashed me up is when I said, "Oh yes, sir." When he got the boot, I'm like, bro, he sucked. Like he was not entertaining
at all.
His brother figured it out because he didn't have no choice. He didn't have the Olympic aspirations, so he had to find something. Because like we thought he was gonna get released a while back, and he swam.
Yeah,
I give him props for that. That nigga.
It goes back to that brother effect you said though earlier in the show. Go figure. It's always the younger, quiet one that gets it.
It goes all the way back to the Hardys. Like respect to Matt for what he did with the broken stuff, but people like Jeff more. It's always the brother.
True. I just don't put Jimmy in that because Jimmy carried or was the personality of that team.
They're the example. It's just more so my only grievances with them was they was making him look like a loser. That was my only problem. And they went half-ass on the build to his match with Jay at Mania. And
they lost time too.
And the match itself was just not. It was just not for me in person. And that was just
their time got cut.
And the time got cut.
Yeah, the time.
Their time got cut.
He talked about that. Like Jay literally quoted that. Like, what could we do? We ran out of time, and it was just like, hey, sorry, Oos, they went over. That's all we got. So that kind of explains it.
That's crazy. But yeah, NXT was pretty. It was just a standard episode of NXT. Nothing horrible. I mean, the Ridge stuff is still confusing the shit out of me. Now he's saying Thea. Now he's saying Thea reminds him of his daughter. I'm like, how old is your daughter? Why are you?
I mean,
and Thea's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, Thea, he's saying you're a child.
What
is happening?
I mean, he might have been moving and shaking at an early age.
I don't know, man. It's like I'm really trying with that character or what they're doing with Ridge, but it's just not. So, Sean, when it comes to Ridge, Sweet Chin Music, I won't pass the Ox.
Oh my god. I mean, well, how old is he? Like, isn't he up there? So I mean,
That
it
dude is
could.
young, bro. He is like
But
35.
okay, he look
And
older.
and Thea white. And Thea Hale is 20.
She looks 16 though.
Well, dang.
True.
She looks 16. Apologies to everybody that be fawning. I know some people, you know what I mean? I got some homies that fawn over that too, and more power to you. It's just for me.
I hope not.
Like, yeah.
We're not
For I plead the fifth on that.
Let's
Anyways,
I had to rule you back. I was like, hold on.
We're not
no, because I'm not talking like and that's my
Robert.
reaction. My reaction is just
no Robert.
Okay, my thing, my reaction. Okay,
no Robert.
But for me personally, she don't.
And I think that's the reason why when I saw that's the reason why it's like when they was trying to make this whole thing like her being sexy, I'm like,
it made me uncomfortable.
I'm like, and it took me a while. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front you. It took me a while to come around to Rocks, because I was like, I was like, how old is she? It's like she's 22. I'm like, okay, I feel a little more comfortable. Because when she turned here, they try to make her more sexy.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm more comfortable because she's 22, but it's like Thea is literally 20, and I'm like,
Thea, Cora, Roxanne, yeah.
It's like I don't know.
It ain't for me.
It ain't for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I'm not gonna try to turn this into an appearance thing or a sexist thing. It's just it ain't for me. So more power to you. More power to you, Ridge. Seeing her as your daughter, I guess. The fuck are these niggas on, man? Damn.
I don't even know, man. They need to get some of the loud you smoking and get right, because like you get it.
I get it.
You might have to send them to your plug or something like.
Bro, they in Florida. They got the goods out there. I don't know what's going on. I think they got a bad batch.
Probably making sure ain't no bath salts and nothing in there. Florida man be tripping. But
this is also true. This is also true.
But as far as that, I got nothing. I don't know how we follow that up.
Yeah, we ain't got nowhere to follow that up. NXT was NXT, so check it out if you want to, check or don't. It's cool, but yeah, it was another solid edition of NXT. We don't really have to go through AEW this week as far as like previewing this week. I think they have Adam Copeland or fuck it. They have Edge. They have Edge versus Brody King for the TNT Championship.
Oh boy!
So he's just going through the whole gambit. So I'm gonna face everybody in the faction before I face the head of the. Okay, but y'all the Pepsi.
What did he do last week? He tried to concerto buddy or something. Or did he go concerto buddy?
Not the talented Mr. Ripley.
The talented Mr.
Ripley.
You are hilarious, sir.
I ain't mad at it. Bar.
But yeah, we're getting Brody King versus Edge for the TNT Championship. And it's another thing with them. It's like I feel like Edge has just been coasting since his Christian thing was done.
Yeah, that man just want to retire with Christian. He waiting on that.
We're getting Orange Cassidy versus Trent. 1-on-1. So that that'll likely be a false finish.
100%.
Swerve Strickland said he's going to be face to face with Christian. So he said he's going to not be alone. So I'm like, you're not. So the Mogul Embassy, you're going to have Rick Ross come back.
He doing the eyes on purpose, but like,
yeah.
It's not the crow. Somebody said it's the bro, not the crow.
I don't even think that's an Undertaker thing. I think that's just him just trying to be the crow.
Quit stealing Darby's sauce.
The bathroom break for me. The learning tree, Chris Jericho and Big Bill will be in tag team action.
Oh my god! Why is he still allowed to do this? Even Vince would have, and I'm sorry. Voldemort, even Voldemort would have put the reins on him at some point in terms of this. He wouldn't be allowed to run as rampant as he does. This is crazy.
Next up, we have Kenny. Well, he'll have an announcement. So he's basically he'll probably either I can see this going one or two ways. He'll either announce a GM, or he will say I'm in full control too, remotely. I don't know. I'm interested either way. Oh, and for your customary women's match, it'll be Harley Cameron versus Mariah May. Building to
this is so they're giving us a collision match.
Yeah, this is basically a plot B for the inevitable timeless Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb match at Double or Nothing. Pretty much.
Well, Soraya's also for whatever reason involved in all this because
she's what?
Well, there was some promo. She cut some promo last week saying that, who's the last person to beat Toni Storm? Oh, yeah, that's right. I beat her. Yeah.
Nobody wants this.
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody knows the trouble I see.
Like you said, fuck them niggas.
I thought you were going to say frustrating. I give, but that works.
You said what now?
I thought you were going to be like, nobody knows the F's that I give.
Thank you.
But here's one.
Thank you. I got you. So I got you. Nobody knows the fucks that I don't give. Nobody knows my sorrow.
Oh, shoot.
Nobody knows the fuck that I don't give. No.
Yes. Oh no, we know the sorrows. We all have to suffer through that. So.
Oh man.
All right, before we get up out of here,
my pain.
Jesus Christ! Before we get up out of here, it's time for us to get up out of here. It's time for us to get the fuck up out of here. We got songs of the week this week. Let's start with you, Mr. Highlight. You probably don't even have one. It's okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's a matter of trying to pick which one, because which Kendrick song do I want to go
with? There's always one. There's always one.
I don't know which one to go with. I'm like, you know what?
I'm going not like us. So
you gonna not like? You know what? Because the little drop and give me 50 is in my head. I'm gonna go with Drake on Family Matters. Nah, Family Matters. Because he it's continuation as it started.
Yeah.
He ended that to go into that one. So it was like if you connect the two, they actually go together. Push-ups leads into Family Matters, and it just, So yeah, I'll just go with Family Matters.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with the theme of, niggas at some point gonna have to fight. And shout out to Gunther and Sheamus. I'm gonna go with Beat His Ass by the homie Big Money Hundun.
Beat his ass.
Beat his ass, bro.
Oh.
Beat his ass, bro.
You know what diss track I just remembered that got brushed under the rug? That Chris Brown.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that Quavo one, Not For Nothing, was a good song.
It was a good song.
But he was talking his shit. I mean, he was.
I respect it.
How many times are we gonna pull the woman beater card on Chris though?
Especially if he beat one too. So it's like, I know you are, but what am I?
It's like you didn't know, you didn't. Yeah, you Spider-Man memes.
That's why I'm going with Big Money Hundun, because that's just like niggas should just fight, and that's what niggas was doing on Raw.
Yeah. Hey, man. But before we get up out of here, where can they find you guys on social media? Let's start with you, Marty.
On the Twitter machine, because I'm sure y'all will have a bunch of shit to say. But I'm follow in Gresh's footsteps and fuck them niggas and not care.
Niggas, man.
On God, but I'm all for the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Find me on Twitter at m_McFlyer than you, and then on Instagram at Marty_McFlyer than you. And soon you won't find me there, but that's where I'll be in the studio because some shit's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Highlight? You already know the deal.
Yeah, man, you know the vibes. Follow your boy at Highlight Life right there on the scrolling screen. HILITE Life. Freestyles coming, wrestling freestyles coming.
Oh, yeah, you sent me one.
Yeah,
you sent me one while I was on vacation.
Yeah, I forgot you were on vacation. I just normally just hit send and was like, he'll catch it eventually. And I was like, oh yeah, he is on vacation. I was like, oh well, but he approves, so that's all that matters. It's like, all right, cool. So on to the next. We're working on them. Like I said, working on some new music and everything like that. But yeah, man, all the vibes. Oh, and of course, follow us at _OTS. Shout out to Miss Ash Benny. And follow OTS Media Co. Man. Shout out to DJ. He actually got on camera and talked a little bit about OTS. He does not do that, so y'all make sure y'all go follow him so you can actually meet the face behind the brand.
And if you want to actually check him out, he's actually been on the show. You can check out his particular episode on Talking Ish, which I'm working on getting those back, but my schedule is crazy, literally. So it's like I'm kind of setting it up to now to like even if I'm not home, I can still do it on the road. Because I'm like, but then again, my June is going to be light, and then my July is going to probably be light, but then it's going to pick up again. So it's like that's the beauty behind what I do and what I in the entertainment industry. It's like sometimes it be hot and sometimes it be cold. But one thing I know I'm not is broke. So that's a plus. But also, if you guys want to, you can scan that QR code and support the podcast itself at GRESH Unleashed on Patreon or wherever you want to subscribe. You can subscribe to listen to the actual theme song, all the good stuff. As far as content, as far as GDM, GRESH Digital Media, or Freepedia Collective, you can check out All Shit Here We Go Again. That's the podcast pretty much headed by Ruthless Lala. She didn't do one this week because she was unfortunately injured during her match with Darius Carter. Wishing her a speedy recovery. I've been obviously cracking jokes at her expense online and in person. Like me and her, like people don't understand. Like I talk to people like offline, and I just be cracking jokes. But with that being said, you guys continue to show the support. Follow yours truly at @GRESH on Twitter, Instagram is Josh Gresham ORG. Josh Gresham ORG everywhere else that is not Twitter. I changed the ad on Twitter because people were weird with the ad, so we switched it up. But nevertheless, like 1 in 4 of my rules is fuck them niggas. And with that being said, make sure you guys continue to support everything that we do, and we will catch you guys right back here for episode 70 and beyond. So much content is coming from yours truly because these are easy to produce. And with that being said, you guys, before we get up out of here, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. Yes. Make sure you guys open up, show love. You got something to say? Go for it.
It is also, shout out to our brother here, Asian Pacific Islander month too. So,
okay, see, I was about to write what I was about to say. My dog.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it both ways. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
God, appreciate you.
Yeah. Shout out to our Pacific Islanders out there, Polynesians, you know what I'm saying? South Asians, all that good stuff, man. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff.
Love it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we had to we definitely got to show y'all some support. But yeah, most definitely make sure you guys just continue to show love, be love, and just be true to yourself. Like open up. It's okay to not be okay. Like block out the noise if you can and focus. And if you can't, remind yourself constantly. And honestly, like I joke all the time. We joke all the time when we say fuck them niggas, but it's like on some real stuff. If you don't know these people, these parasocial relationships, coming from experience, a guy who pretty much tried to develop a parasocial relationship that pretty much bit me in the face. And I learned from it. And you don't have to go through that either. Just accept the fact that everybody's not going to like you, and that is okay. Continue to do you could drop your head and keep pushing forward. And if you need that reminder, you can play this back and listen to that. But with that being said, just because I feel like we're going along because we're borderline 4 hours here. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember, there's 69 problems in life, but you ain't one. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
Yay.
Stop being a bitch on Twitter.